You tell me you my girl, but you telling all my business to that squirrel. I am like, what in the world? I know you were fake and phony when you said you were my homie. But for real, I know you jelly cause you lonely. You always bragging about my money. As a matter of fact, don't you owe me? But in my face, in my face, in my face, yeah, yeah. I wish you keep it real, cause you need to seriously chill. I thought you were cool, but I see I'm the one being played for the fool. Telling my business from coast to coast. I had a feeling you were doing the most. All in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Now I wish you would turn into a ghost and just disappear, cause I can't stand you being near. Boo, bye and goodbye, get from around me because you a fraud. Just get away from me. Ooh, Lord, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord. I can't stand them fries. Ooh, Lord. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face? Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? You tell me you my girl, but you telling all my business to that squirrel. I am like, what in the world? I know you were fake and phony when you said you were my homie. But for real, I know you jelly cause you lonely. You always bragging about my money. As a matter of fact, don't you owe me? Playing in my face, in my face, in my face, yeah, yeah. I wish you keep it real, cause you need to seriously chill. I thought you were cool, but I see I'm the one being played for the fool. Telling my business from coast to coast. I had a feeling you were doing the most. All in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Now I wish you would turn into a ghost and just disappear, cause I can't stand you being near. Boo, bye and goodbye, get from around me because you a fraud. Just get away from me. Ooh, Lord, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord. I can't stand them fries. Ooh, Lord, why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord, why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord.
Okay, what's going on, everybody? So I told you I would come back. Listen, but I fell asleep. I had something to eat, and then I saw that I was about to come live, and then the next thing I know, it was. Oh Lord, can y'all hear me? The next, yeah, you can hear me. Then the next thing you know, it was over. But now I'm awake. Yeah. So let's go back. I want to say what's up, Mommy Popo. How you doing? Good to see you. What's up, Cheryl the Spoiler Burnett? What's up, Ray Black? What's going on? How you doing? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Um, okay, so listen. So last time we talked about Jay Wilson going to jail. Now, there's allegedly, I don't know, for what I was seeing before I came live, some people are saying it's a play. So, I mean, really, Trademarc is really, I mean, Brian are the only ones that can really, I guess, put this mystery to bed. Um, because I don't, I don't know, y'all. Now it's 'cause somebody sent me a screenshot of Trademark saying what pictures. So there might be a lot of backpedaling and let's see popping, because maybe they understand the gravity of the situation and trust and believe. But see, this is the thing though. Brian is known to send news around. So what's the mystery? The mystery is that the Jay Wilson is Jay Wilson about to go to jail. The mystery is the fact that okay, so since you're here, um, okay, what's the gravity of what you said, Jay Wilson? Did you send Jay Wilson intimate pictures and messages between you and Mark? Because I mean, you and Brian are the only ones to provide clear clarity of the situation. Because right now, Jay Wilson is sitting up here, saying that you have sent him clear pictures between, I mean, well, messages and pictures of the exchange that you and Brian had. So he has it, and now I'm sure you were there, um, has disseminated that to other content creators. So is that true? I mean, well, I know the part about the dissemination, or is it one big play so that he can get money? Because right now I'm looking at the optics of the situation, and I'm trying to be as positive I could be. So that's the mystery, right? I mean, because the man has said for 48 hours that he has you sent him some stuff between you and Mark. I'm sorry, not you and Mark, you and Brian, and now he gonna put it out. Pictures are of you, so they not of Big Boy. They're not of Brian. They're not of Brian, because that's the clarity we need to know. Pictures are of you and you only. So there's no pictures. I'll drop the link if you want to. You don't have to come out. I don't pressure people into coming up. But so the pictures are all are of you and none of Brian. Okay, you said yes, that they are all of you and none of Brian. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Okay, so Brian never. Okay, I'm not going to ring around the rosy on that. So Brian, there are no pictures shared of Brian. All right, 'cause I was just trying to get clarity in the situation because you know it wasn't looking good for Jay Wilson for in a minute there. Okay, so okay, so Trademarc and Fortune is here. What's up, Trademarc? How you doing?
Ain't shit. Chilling.
I'm good to know that. Good to know that. So you're saying that the pictures or whatever Jay Wilson has is of you and you only.
Look, check this out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was on Jay Wilson panel and I was telling my story and Brian was up there lying on me, I went and searched for the emails hoping that I can find them. So when I found them, I found the whole thread of emails. I actually read the whole thread out loud. The only reason why I sent the thread to Jay Wilson just to prove that I wasn't lying. It wasn't to do. I mean, whatever he done with it, I don't give for. But I just did it on my behalf because if y'all seen the emails or if he showed the emails, it clearly states when when I first hit Brian up. I just hit Brian up and said, "Hey, yo, thanks for sharing sharing my videos and liking my videos and all that type stuff." And I gave him a link to my Instagram. I said, if you want to, because I do more on Instagram and Facebook than I do on YouTube. So I sent that to him. So on one of my videos, he said, "I would love to see what's shaking behind those shorts." So when he said that, I just sent him a picture of my dingaling because he asked to see it because I knew he was thirsty for it because he was sharing all my videos. Under all my videos, he was putting the little eye emojis up and all that type of stuff. So I sent it. So I even sent to him, I said, "Bruh, the only reason why I sent you that picture of me is because you asked. But I saw that you erased the message." I'm saying all this in the emails that I read and the emails that Jay Wilson got. So that is then he even hit me back and said, well, I can't send you no pic. He said, because I'm shy and I got a little dingaling. I said to him, "Oh, bro, there ain't no pressure behind that. I only sent it because you asked. You asked. That was the only reason why." So and then Brian was talking about I shared this pictures. He never sent me a picture. He told me he was shy. he said that he had a little ding ding. And that's when I said no pressure, because I wasn't sending it to you to receive anything back. I was sending it to you for gratitude of you sharing my pics, and you keep asking me, could you see what's behind my shorts? So I just obliged you. It was a petty. I just gave out a petty picture.
Okay, and I'm asking this question out of clarity for what you're stating, not because I ain't curious at all. But did Brian ever once get the courage to show you his little ding ding at
No, I
any
didn't
point in time?
know. No, he didn't. He didn't. He never
Uh,
showed me. And like I told him, no pressure. That's not why I sent you the picture. I only sent it because you asked. And if he showed y'all the emails, y'all would have seen all that.
mm,
If he showed y'all the emails, and then my whole thing where I was tripping about that shit for real, is when I was going through the email, I forgot totally that he even offered to pay me. He asked me, what was your cash app? He said, I want to see more. And then he said, I want to see you shake your ass and all that. And that's when I hit him back and said, oh, only thing I shake is my dick and my hips. I said, I don't do no ass shaking over here. He said, well, when you get, and at the time I didn't have Cash App. And he even said, well, when you get your Cash App, please hit me up because I'm willing to pay.
mm,
And I
mm.
wouldn't, like I said, I'm not no type of dude that I run my mouth for none of that type of stuff. But only reason why I said something about it is because he started with me. I let him burn my name up for months. He was mad because in one of those chats, I think they may have asked the question, whose side you on, Rose side or Briine's side, when it was that little hospital thing. And I picked the Rose side. And I'm like, I wasn't the only one in the chat to pick Rose side, but he just went in on me, cussing me out, saying I'm dirty, saying I'm dusty, and I dance in my basement in my underwear and all that type of shit. And I'm saying in my mind, but nigga, they the videos that you liked. They're the videos that you shared. They're the videos that you asked, could you see what was behind my shorts or what was behind my underwear? I'm not getting this. But I already know that he's a weird dude, so I left it alone. I didn't even tell motherfuckers that he was trying to come to Baltimore to visit. I ain't put none of that shit out. I don't do shit like that. It wasn't until he kept talking bad on my name, and then 2 months later I call him an idiot. Now all of a sudden, oh yeah, and that's why I didn't come see you in Baltimore and all this type of shit. And I'm like, yo, hold check. Don't make these motherfuckers think that I was pressed to see you or thirsty to see you. You was doing all this towards me, and that's the reason why I put the emails out. Now, as far as the pictures that's on the emails, all those pictures of me, Jay Wilson don't have no clear picture of me because I took a screenshot. And I think one of the pictures, I'm sitting back in the chair, and you can may see the tip of my penis. Just the tip of it. You can just pretty much see my chest up. But because I'm endowed, just because you see from my chest up, my ding ding damn near reached that far. So that's the only reason why that was seen. You see what I'm saying? But no pictures was of him. And that's why I was tripping. Like when I was listening to him talking about his nudes, you clearly say in the email that you were shy and you had a small penis. And that's why you ain't sent it.
Oh Lord. Okay, yes, because I mean, what you're stating is a complete contradiction of what Brian has publicly stated. Not that I care about the size, but Brian has said that he got an
Could
anaconda.
you do something for me, please, sir?
Uh huh.
Like how you're talking and you got to keep throwing in because I really don't care. Just talk regular. Like you don't have to do the side editorials.
Well, I have to do that. I have to do that,
Why?
sir,
Evidently, you
because
care a little bit because we're talking about it.
I'm a news reporter.
All right.
Okay,
So, but
but
regardless if you
no,
care or not, but just like just talk. Just
I
talk.
know I have to say that because people go and say, "Oh my God, he must really want to know about those men's dinglings."
Oh
No,
God.
so
I mean, that's right. That's one thing why I could never be a willing participate, like a ongoing participant in the beef sector because I don't give a fuck what nobody say
okay,
about me or
yes,
think about me.
but
But
yeah,
go ahead, sir.
Right,
Go ahead.
right, right. I'm a prolific content creator, so I have to take such measures. But like I was saying, because Brian has gone around and said he has an anaconda and a King Kong, and you're stating news that that's not the fact. I
I mean,
mean,
cause I'm only going by what he told me. And
mm,
like I said, to be totally honest, I've been around for a minute. All that came from out of him being insecure to see how big my penis was. That's why he wasn't like, oh, I'm shocked. Because the first thing he said to me was, I would send you one, but I'm shy. I have a small penis.
mm.
That's what he said.
So Brian is a liar.
But I'm only
Mm.
going by what he said. I'm only going by what he said, and
Okay,
regardless of how small it was, I'm
damn,
almost sure that it really came more from out of intimidation of minds.
damn. So he has penis insecurity. Wow, wow.
And like on the for real, and the only question I really want to ask Brian for real, like, yo, after 5 years, why you bring this shit up now? He's saying that he brought it up because I called him an idiot, and it's another thing that tripped me out about motherfuckers. You talked bad on my name for 2 months. I said nothing back to you. You called me dirty. You called me
Mm,
dusty. You said
mm,
my underwears was dirty. You
mm,
said all this shit about me. But 2 months later, when I decide to say something back, now you super duper duper mad. What the fuck? What the
mm.
fuck is wrong with people like think you want to like talk bad about me for months and then I finally say something back? Now you want to carry on. But I said, but you know what? I'm gonna give the fucking beef set. I'm gonna feed Jay Wilson in that little side of the beef sector, his little
Mm.
part of it, and I'm gonna put that shit out there now. Since you want to let motherfuckers know that you was coming here, but you were making it more appear like I was pressing you. I ain't press you for nothing, for nothing, for nothing. And like he talk about, I sent them all these pics, but if you see the thread, the emails read like, oh wow, that's nice. Damn, your dick is big as Rico. Wow,
Oh,
your dick look like jaded nerds. Oh,
oh.
I can get some good sleep tonight, knowing that I'm
Yeah.
single and I can look at your penis. This is the shit that he was saying to me. Don't come and make it seem like I was throwing my shit at you like that, or I was trying to holler at you or no shit like that, because like I told them back in the day when all this shit happened, we didn't know what Brian looked like when he was Brian the extraordinary songwriter. We didn't know what he looked like.
Mm.
All his shit was like incognito type pictures where you can see the side of him or the top of his forehead, or he had his head held down. We didn't know what he looked like.
Yeah, you are correct. Yeah, I agree. I remember them days. I remember them
Right. And
days.
then he was like then talking all that shit. Like when he was mentioning he was coming here, like the first thing he said, I ain't coming down there to have sex. And that's when I told him, because now I'm appalled, like, nigga, I'm not pressed. I say, I don't even know what you look like. I ain't pressed. I'm just trying to meet people on YouTube and make videos, and that shit was fun. Because that's when I first came over to YouTube and shit. That's all that was before, because and then all of a sudden he asked me, well, what you and Rico was doing after y'all did the interview. I ain't even answer that nigga. I ain't even answer him. Then the next day he gonna say, you never answered my question. I said, because I wasn't supposed to. None of your business.
So let me ask you this question based on what you just said. So you were willing to meet someone that you never saw or seen?
Well, I mean, yeah. Like to me, I mean, you feel the way you feel about it, but they were content creators. Like the same way I met Rico, in the same way I was going to meet Brian. Brian was like, "Hey, I'm coming to the area. Hey, it's cool if we can meet, make some videos." I said, "Sure." I'm gonna call Rico, and we all can meet one another. Blah blah blah
Hold,
blah blah.
hold
So
on. What?
it wasn't like on those shit of me like just me. That's you. That's how it is on the YouTube. None of
Okay,
us don't know each other. But
hold on 1 second. Hold on
uh,
1 second.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hello, Ladonna. Do you want to say anything about the accusations that have been made?
Wait, before he even do that, Brian, don't call me out my name. You say you want to have a man talk, so talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like we two women, because I'm not going back and forth with you.
Can you talk, Brian, or is this one of your quiet storm moments?
I was just letting him finish.
I am
Can you ask
finished.
him? Can you ask him to turn his camera on?
For
And
what?
tell
I'm
him
in
to
the
smile.
fucking bed.
Okay, so don't
Ask,
do me.
ask,
So
ask
anyway,
her.
anyway,
No, fuck that shit. Come on, ask me to turn my motherfucking camera on like you gonna prove something. Ask Sir King to turn his camera on.
Oh, that's not my brand. That's not my brand.
But regardless though, why you want me to turn my camera on? Nigga, I make videos every day. I post pictures on my wall every day of myself. So it ain't nothing. I don't need to turn shit on. It's dark. It's fucking 4 o'clock in the
Well,
morning. I'm in the bed.
well, Brian. I mean, are you going to confront the allegations that you got a small ping ping ding ding?
No, ask him, did he tell me that?
Did you tell Trademarc Fortune that you have a small tallywhacker? Um,
listen.
mm.
I don't have no small talent rocket, so
But
I
he
couldn't
ain't
get
asked
that.
you that. He asked you, did you tell me that?
Relax and calm down. Why are you so angry?
I'm not angry, nigga. I
Um,
talk aggressive. This is how I talk. When I talk to
okay.
goofballs.
Hmm.
Are you sexually attracted to Trademarc Fortune, Brian?
Hmm. Ask him how
Maybe
many
not
times do you change
now.
it?
Maybe not now. But you, if you read the,
Hold on,
if
Bucko.
you
I'll
read,
be right
go ahead.
back. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Mm. I
And
don't.
you know
Well,
what? Hey, check this out, right? I can't even really. You heard everything I said, right? So ask him. These are the questions you ask him. Ask him, was you willing to pay Mark for him to dance for you? Was you asking for his cash app? Did you tell him that you can get sleep at night knowing that you sing and you're glad that you're single so you can look at my penis? Ask him those questions. Ask him that he asked to see my penis. Those are the questions y'all need to ask him. But as far as me staying up on him with him, he a
okay.
goofball to me.
Let me ask you those questions.
Nigga,
So,
you the one that get
But
online
check
dancing
this
in
out.
your drawers and
Hey, but
tennis
look,
shoes,
so
nigga.
check
Shut the
this out.
fuck
Go
up.
ahead because I'm
Like you're
not going
doing
back
something.
and
Shut
forth.
your bitch ass up, nigga. Shut your bitch ass up. You the goofball, old ass dancing on the in some underwear and shoes. On here telling the world you on food stamps, cooking dinner that you buy with your food stamps on Sunday. Nigga, you the only goofball I see here. Fuck you, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you think about me, bitch. Fuck you.
uh,
You get online dancing in your drawers, nigga, and you have grandchildren. Shut your raggedy ass up, nigga, and really humble yourself, bitch, because nobody checks for you. You better thank me that somebody even know your fucking name, bitch. So shut the fuck up, hoe, and get on your fucking raggedy ass knees, bitch. And and be glad, bitch, and suck this 1 inch dick that you talk about, hoe. You bitch, you don't know what my penis looks like, hoe. Shut your
what?
stupid ass up.
Hey,
Talking
did you
about
hear me?
1 inch.
I hear
Bitch,
you
Hey,
you
did you
now.
hear
seen it,
me?
correct?
I hear you now. I hear you
No,
now.
I ain't see it.
Okay.
You seen it, correct? Okay, so you seen it. Okay. So bitch, shut your
What?
punk ass up.
What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How he see
He's
it
a
if you never
he's
showed
an
it to
old
him?
ass
Wait a minute.
Sir
Because
King.
hold
He's
on,
a
no. Because
okay, go ahead.
he said he never. You never sent him anything. And now he's saying he's seen it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so anyway, everybody seen my
Wait.
shit,
You
bitch.
just
What
not
you
gonna
talking?
skip over that. You just not gonna. So
Yeah,
how did?
yeah, I am gonna skip over it because
Oh,
he's calling somebody a goofball, and he's the only goofball out here. Grown ass man dancing in his underwear and some tennis shoes with a
well,
with
it's
a,
not.
with a gut. And then he has the nerve to talk about
Brian,
somebody
you.
when he
Well, Brian,
hold
you
up
got.
real quick. Hold up. He has the nerve to talk about somebody and he has the fucking gut itself dancing in some drawers and some tennis shoes. What the fuck do we do? Do we see what you look like, bitch? If you don't get the fuck out of my face, trademark, like you're doing something, bitch, are you stupid? Just the fucking nerve and audacity of it all, man. Shake my head. Go ahead, Sir King. Let me go on
But
mute for a second. Let me.
but
Oh Lord.
but Brian, you got a gut too. I'm just a what? What the hell, Brian? You
And,
got one?
and and look, and the gag is you got one too, bitch. But the
No,
difference
I
is
don't.
you don't see me on my draws dancing online, nigga. What the fuck is you talking
You
about?
the one that asked
What
to
the
see
fuck?
him doing
And
his
then
job.
and then the gag is he's trying to talk to me like I didn't know what he looked like. Bitch, shut the fuck up, bitch. I look damn good, and I'm in the gym every day. He's not, and your ass go there to go, scoot your feet on the ground, bitch. I don't believe you be playing basketball, so don't fucking come for me, bitch. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
What the fuck is wrong with you? You the one that asked the man to
Shit.
see him dancing in his
Well,
pretty
so
girl.
what? And what's wrong with that, so
But now
King?
you gonna try
Well,
to
you
dog out the man because he obliged to
okay?
go.
Because he tried to dog me out. I look better than him. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't get on the internet and dance in my drawers and brag about being on food stamps. What the fuck are you stupid? I go to
You,
work. I
yeah,
go to
but
the
Brian,
gym. I look good. Okay, so
Brian,
I don't care what you got to say.
but Brian,
Anyway, hmm
but
hmm
what, but Brian, I mean, I mean, I don't have it. I don't think there's a history of Trademark out here scamming people. You have a history behind you.
I don't
Trademark,
give a fuck about that Seattle trip. I didn't. I changed my mind and I didn't want to go. And so what? So what? Who gonna call the
okay, can
FBI for
we
me?
go? Can we
Call
go
the
back?
FBI.
I don't care that much to
Hmm
do so. But you also
Okay.
had the hospital situation, Brian, where you on the
I don't
gurney.
give a fuck. So you blaming me for being sick? Are you stupid? You blaming me for being
They're
sick?
blaming you
Shut
because
up. You sound
they're
stupid.
blaming you for not getting optimal care. You left.
I don't give a fuck if I chose to leave the hospital or not. That's my
But
choice.
you took
How dare you
your
shame me for making my decisions? Who the
you
fuck are
made an
you? How dare you
unbiased.
shame me? You're shaming me for choosing my health plan
Well, you
and
shouldn't
what
be
I
having.
wanted to do.
You should
Oh,
be
shut up.
ashamed.
Don't tell me what to do with myself. Don't
You
do that.
should.
Don't cross no line like that.
You
And
should.
I'm going to
What are you
rebuke that.
talking
Because I
about?
don't tell your ass, I don't
You
tell you to
do.
go to a goddamn pathologist to get that shit out your
Well, you
goddamn
need to go
gastric
to.
by
You need to go.
a
You need to go
gastric
to a
area, bitch, because you
cardiologist.
saw
You need to
mucus
go
and
to a
shit, Sir
cardiologist.
King. Stop
Oh,
fucking playing with me, Sir King.
you sucking
What's
peas.
wrong with
So
you?
what's wrong with you? What's
what,
wrong with
what's
you?
wrong with you?
What's wrong
What's
with
wrong with
you?
you? Are you okay?
You asking the man to give
Okay,
you
well, listen, I don't know what to tell you,
hips like you
nigga.
want
Listen, I'm not, I didn't come here
asking
to
him to
argue
teach
with
you
you.
how to be like Shakira. And that's a damn shame over that man. Tell
Be
that
like
man,
Shakira.
yes, you asking him to show you how to shake your hips. You like how he shake his hips. Shakira was known for shaking her hips. So you want to know how to shake your hips. That's what it seemed like. You don't know how to
Well,
dance.
listen. All right,
Anyway,
so King, you have a good night, okay? God bless you, okay?
don't bring God into
Maybe,
this.
listen, be sure to call your boyfriend Lemon and maybe he'll pay you some attention, okay?
Make sure you call
You have a good,
Mississippi too.
you have a
I
good
bet,
night,
I bet he knows
okay?
D&D. I
Call
bet
him and
D&D.
ask him, okay? And maybe he still
Okay.
loves
Yeah.
you for the
Okay, yeah,
time being.
I could call Lemon if I wanted to, but you can't, Mississippi, because he on D&D, right? All right.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah, you did give me that. Yeah, you did give
Sure
me that.
did. I
But
sure
listen,
did.
that's only after a certain hour though. That's only after a certain hour.
And
But
that's this hour,
you
ain't
ain't.
it? And that's this hour, ain't it? Hmm.
But listen, in the regular hours, ask him how many times he called me though. But anyway, that's the question.
How you put ignore? How
So
many times does he
do
hit
not
ignore?
disturb.
How many
Oh my
times he hit
God.
ignore? Hmm.
well, well, don't do not disturb.
So,
Do it for him.
but make
Okay.
sure you go to the dick doctor because the man said you got 1 inch peen. That's not a good look. So,
I wonder what
just
can I take for that, Sir King? What do you suggest? What do you
lose some
suggest I
weight.
take?
Lose some weight. I don't know. I don't
Well,
know what
I've done that already. I've done that already. I can say that I can suggest that for you too as well,
well, damn.
though.
I mean,
Please,
but no, but
I
this
can
is the thing.
suggest it
Oh,
for you as well. But
no,
okay, but
no,
I digress. Go ahead.
don't suggest
Is
nothing for
there like
me.
a pill, Cialis, or what is it called, Cialysis, or what is it called?
I don't know. I don't
What
have
is it
those
called?
issues. I don't have
What
those.
is it called? Well, I mean, because you seem like you deal with those problems
No,
very
no,
well.
no,
But
not at
anyway,
all.
you
Mm-mm.
know what I'm saying. But
Actually,
anyway,
I have to shift my stuff. You know what I mean? Anyway,
so
but
I don't want to
we
hear
don't
that
have those
bullshit.
problems.
Or maybe I can ask Lemon when I don't want to throw up. Maybe Lemon can describe it better than you can. But anyway, You have a good
What are you
night. God
talking about?
bless.
Yeah, great.
You
Leave
just
God
said
out.
you had to shift some shit around. I said I don't want to hear you talk about this shit. I said, but maybe when I feel like the urge of throwing up is gone, I can go ask your boyfriend Lemon, and maybe he can describe it better
I
than
heard
what
what
you.
you said the
Oh,
first time.
okay.
That's I don't know why you bring.
Okay. I
I
thought
don't
you
know.
wanted me to repeat it. I thought you
Weird.
wanted me.
You weird. You weird. But you the one that was taking belly
Okay.
business from Trademark. Okay.
Oh well, listen. Okay, so you don't like me. I'm your enemy. What else?
No, you
What
ain't
else,
done that to
nigga?
me. I was just worried that Jay Wilson was about to
Ooh,
go to the penitentiary. So, but they, luckily he not.
okay. Well,
Mhm.
I want you to have a good night. Okay. God bless.
Something he
Toodles.
got out of this. Toodles to you too. Lord, child. Mm. Just craziness and mayhem, y'all. Just craziness. Well, thank you, Trademark, for coming up and giving us some clarity. Trademark dropped off. I guess he was having connectivity issues, and Brian came up and dropped off. So I don't know. He got SD, small dick syndrome. So SDS. So I see why he's so crazy and mean. I don't know. Anyway, child, should I do a song? Should I do a song about that SDS, small dick syndrome? Child, anyway. Um. Yeah, Ray Black, my, things you hear around here, child, things you hear around here. I was just, oh Lord. Anyway, what's up, Miss LA? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Well, we gained some insight, so I'm glad Trademark did hit the link. He said the pictures that were sent to Jay Wilson. Let me tell you, now that takes on another situation. Jay Wilson, why are you sitting around communications that don't involve you? But I'm sure Jay Wilson was most likely salivating over those pictures that Trademark sent. So. Anyway, but yeah, so the pictures that and information that Jay Wilson got did not, I guess you could say, were all of Trademark Fortune and not of Brian. We did unfortunately come to know that Brian got a small ding ding and was suffering from insecurity when he was talking with Trademark Fortune. So very interesting. Oh, drop the link. Okay, I'll drop the link. Um, I guess Trademark has some more to share. Yeah, Mr. LA, you do need to red ball back, child. We're gonna take a brief commercial break. We got this song named Brian. If you don't know who Brian is, this song will tell you everything that you need to know. Well, we got a Trademark here. We can play the song later. Um, what's up, Trademark?
I ain't shit. I really can't sit up on a link with him because like it's like real hard for me to listen to him. Like his only thing he always say about me is that I dance in my underwear sometime, and the underwear I had on was actually really nice ass underwears, and I had my Air Force One, so it was a whole thing that I was given. But the hit is though, he liked that video. That's one of the videos that he went behind and said, I want to see what's under those. And then that's why I'm saying, it's like all the lies that he was on this thing saying that, and I sent pictures of him. Nigga, you never sent me a pic. Like, what are you talking about? So when people like lie like that, I can only assume that you're ill, like you're mentally ill. On the for real, and I can't sit there and go back and forth with you because you sitting up there telling lies. And if you notice, he never addressed anything that I've said about him. He never addressed willing to pay me, never addressed ask me for my cash app, and then he never addressed wanting him to see me dance nude and all that type of shit. He never addressed all that shit. He never addressed how he was worshiping. He was worshiping my penis, worshiping, saying how happy he was. He's glad that his curiosity has been met. He now can sleep at night. I can't believe for a person your age that you can bust nuts like that. This is what he's saying to
Oh,
me. But and so my whole thing is he don't never address any of that. He straight come on and say, and you dancing in the basement. And so what? I got a grandchild. So the fuck what? And that's what really pissed me off when he was on shit Trish, like talks about my peoples. Like, you don't even know my kids. You don't know my grandkids. Like, why you talking about them? That's what I'm saying. He gets so unhinged. You see what I'm saying? On it for real, he just get real unhinged, and he just mad, And he don't address none of that shit at all. Only thing he says to me is The only thing he says to me is you dance with your underwear on. And that's only one video. Most of my videos I have on shorts because I have dancing shorts that I like to dance in. So that's what I'm saying. I can't argue with a goofy motherfucker like that.
And Trademark, I do have to agree to the fact that when you started saying about the money and all that other stuff, and then he sitting there, and he just would sit up here and try to tell you to shut up and all this other stuff and deflect from those points rather
And
than
then and
either.
then and then he got this thing that he want to show that he looks better than me. First of all, you don't look better than me because you're insecure. My confidence make me look better than you. Nigga, I'm 55 years old. I know I look better than you. You see what I'm saying? But that ain't even,
Mhm.
but he just got to keep putting that shit out there. Tell him put his camera up. Nigga, I just did a video yesterday singing. Go look on my page. I just took pictures before I went to work. Go look on my page and you can see how I look. I have
I,
no problem with showing myself. Like me, I don't do the whole live videos and shit, but I'm always uploading videos and it be of me.
well, Trademark, I do think he's jealous of you. Hold
I mean,
on.
I don't on the for real. I really believe on the for real. I think he's mentally ill. I really do.
Mhm.
And like,
I
and the
believe.
only reason why I dug up the emails because he lied and said, "Trademark, man, you ain't never talk on the hello."
Hold on,
Now
hold
if
on.
This
that's
me,
Brian, I'm not coming.
You
I'm gonna leave.
hold on, who this?
this Nika.
This is not Lady Nika, and please stop playing music. Okay, I gotta take you down because you're not gonna about to get me in no damn trouble playing with a lady's name. Come around here talking about that's Nika and playing hip hop music. You know damn well.
But I'm gonna say if he come up, let me know, and I'm gonna drop because like I'm not gonna go back and forth and be hooping and hollering like we two women.
No, I understand. I
That's what I'm
understand
saying.
that.
I'm like, I'm not doing that. And then, like I said, you gotta come better with that. Like you just coming with I dance in my underwear. That's all that you can say about me. And he got a grandkid. Boy, you sound stupid as shit, boy.
Yeah, I just think that he's envious of you because you are the way you are at your age, and he wished that he could exude that kind of confidence. So, that's Brian's mo. He goes after those that he really admires. So I guess you could look at that as a positive thing.
And he's so unhinged. I just watch how he just started flipping out on you. That's what I'm just saying. Like, check this out. Like, say you and Brian could be up there, and then somebody could just say in the chat, Brian Boogaloo. Oh, fuck you, bitch. I was like, God damn. You're like so fucking unhinged. Like, you're trying to fight the whole world and shit. If somebody just say something to you, brother, you need to like get better with that shit. And he
Well, he
already admitted that he started with me. He admitted that already. He was like, yeah, I started with you.
yeah,
Like,
that's true. I mean, but he got 7 different personalities, so you
but
know.
like I said, like I'm so fucking glad. You know what I mean? It's like now how you do talk about like meeting people, and we was talking about the whole like the YouTube thing, and people meet each other and they just meet each other, but on the for real, I'm glad I got a good energy detector because after we talked on the phone for a couple of days, I didn't want to meet him anymore because he started like talking about me and Rico and what we did, and then after that he started like talking about he kept like saying about talking about how fat he was, and to me it was coming off of being very insecure. It's always like which you cook my fat ass hungry, or when I bring my fat ass down there with me and my fat ass, what we gonna do? I'm like, why you keep referring to yourself as a fat ass? Like you're trying to pre-warn me how fat you are before I see you.
Well, I mean, would you give him credit for transparency, Trademark?
No, that's to me, that's not transparency. Transparency to me is like, I mean, I wouldn't even tell nobody no shit like that. If I was gonna go see someone to say, before I get there, I just want to let you know I'm fat. Like I wouldn't say that to no one. Like
Yeah,
I
but I'm not trying to defend him, but Trademark, you would be highly upset and perturbed if you saw
But you
him
gotta
looking like a bowling
remember
ball.
why. But why would I be like that when once one he said I ain't coming down there to have sex. I told him I ain't trying to have sex with you. I'm just trying to have some fun, and I think you're a funny dude, and I love your little videos and shit. And then we were gonna hook up and just make videos and do shit like that while he was traveling to DC. He was gonna come to
Okay,
Baltimore.
but okay. For first, two things. The audience is flabbergasted, and I'm not coming at you by this. We're just being having a transparent conversation.
Yeah.
The audience is flabbergasted by the fact that you would meet him unseen, like you wouldn't
Well,
know.
well, put it like this. Now, and I'll tell you this, and that was another reason why I was throwing up red flags because after we started talking on the phone, and I would say, "Yo, send me a picture of you." I say, "You seen me?" Like I said, when I show pictures of you of me, you see my complete body from head to toe. I said, but every time you send me a picture of you. You real your head down, you got your hand over. You know how Lemon take those incognito ass pictures and shit? All his pictures was like that, whereas though I couldn't really see what he looked like. And that's when the red flag was coming up. And that's when I said I didn't want to meet him. But because I already agreed to it, just like I said on Jay Wilson, I never took off work. I said, well, shit, if he come down here, just on good faith, if he come down here, I can call Rico and Rico can hang out with him until I get off work and we can just hang and Rico can just chill in my crib. If he did come down here, but then after he didn't come, he called me up and said, hey, I can't make it down there. What's your cash app? And he already know I ain't had cash app. And I was like, my cash app for what? He said, because I want to send you some money because you said you was going to take off a couple of days. And what did I say to him? I said, nigga, ain't nobody take off. Click up. So the red flags was there. So if everyone is asking in the chat, why will I meet someone I have never seen before? That was one of the reasons why I didn't want to meet him and I didn't want to take off from work. But if he had already bought his ticket, I ain't no bad nigga like that. Just say, no, nigga, don't come. But I'm not trying to mess with you. I ain't trying to have sex with you. We just trying to have some fun and make some videos and shit. And then if you come here, I'm gonna see what the fuck you look like then. But because the way you talked about yourself, I already see that you was insecure.
All right, because there's some people who well, I'm just saying,
It,
once they saw them what they look like, they wish they never showed up. So
no,
that's
but
why.
see, but no,
Yeah,
I wasn't trying. But I was just here's the hit. We wasn't meeting on those type tips. Like I said, I wasn't meeting him on that type tip.
I understand.
He told me that he wasn't trying to have sex, even though I ain't believe him. But like I told him, like, yo, why would I want to have sex with someone I don't know what you look like? Like to me, that don't make sense. So it's cool if you don't want to have sex, but I kept asking, like, yo, send me a picture. I want to see what you look like before you get here. Stop sending me those pictures with you with trash bags and your fucking skin blending in with the trash bags, and I can't see you.
Mm,
And then once he started doing all that, then he started talking about I ain't know Baltimore was that bad and I can't bring my gun. And I'm like,
mm,
didn't you like check all this shit out before you like when you're traveling and you know how you want to travel and don't you check out what you can do, what you can bring with things, you know?
well, didn't you think that was even scary that he even mentioned that he had to bring a gun to begin with?
No, no, but no, and like when he said that, that was another which come and I kept on telling him, like, yo, why you gotta bring a gun down here and shit? Yo, cause Baltimore bad. You know what I mean? I was like, well, Baltimore ain't no worse than Houston.
Mm,
You see what I'm saying? I'm like Baltimore bad. So like, but far as him wanting to bring his gun, my son has a gun. He can carry his gun. He takes his gun everywhere with him. Like motherfuckers with guns, they just do that. Especially I notice the younger kids, they
mm.
carry their guns everywhere with them because they just always thinking something going to happen or they're prepared for something to happen. But far as me, I was like, yo, I've been in this world for 55 years and I never thought about getting a gun for protection. And I'm around the same shit you're around, so it's just a person's mindset.
I agree. I agree. It's just
That's a person's mindset because but that wouldn't bother me if someone carries a gun with them all the time, and that's what they're used to doing. Like that's their thing. You know what I mean?
I don't think he can travel. Something going on because every time they come out for a trip, he can't go.
And like I said, the only way Brian gonna go on anybody trip if he can drive. Because if he can drive, he can conceal his weapon. You can't do all that shit on airplanes and all that type shit. They want to check to see what city you going to, and if the law is different from your city, you can't even bring it. So that makes it hard. But the sad thing about it is you're so used to carrying a weapon that you're you can't even travel and go nowhere because most places ain't going to permit you to bring it.
Yeah, that's true.
So you got to stay. So you letting your weapon hold you hostage.
No, he blaming the weapon. He using the weapon as an excuse, but he got some other insecurities going on. Do you think that Oh well, this is an obvious question, but do you think he was romantically attracted to you, or was it just a lustful attraction?
Like on the for real, look, I just looked up the emails, but I also have like when I go on my Google and I punch his name in, it
Hmm.
shows every video that he liked of mine. And if y'all can see the comments under my videos, and I'm not even gonna say that he liked me, but he was smitten with me. He was smitten with me. I mean, I remember when he used to share my videos. He was like, "Hey, man, this brother, he's real cool, and y'all should like check him out." And then I used to do this funny thing at the end of my video and say that all food was cooked in a clean kitchen and all food was purchased with government food stamps. Fuck what you heard. Food tastes best when you purchase it with government food stamps. That's just was a little gimmick of mine. I used to say after my videos and stuff.
Hmm.
You feel me? I work a motherfucking day. And if I did get food stamps, so the fuck what? That mean I must don't make enough money to get them motherfuckers. I mean,
Right.
where I still can get them, but I just made that little jokey joke at the end of my videos because just like with him, everybody found it funny. Everybody at the end of the video would say, "Yo, the food stamp thing at the end is funny as shit." He even says before, but you know how on Mad Day, you'll take that and make it a bad thing. You took my video that I sent to you masturbating, and
Oh
he,
Lord, what?
yeah, I sent him a video of me masturbating,
What?
and he took that video and just flipped it up and say, and he was masturbating, and he just nutted all on the floor.
Oh Lord.
And I'm like, huh? But you know, I got a question for you, brother. I remember some months ago, I was in your little chat, and you said, I wonder why Jay Wilson don't treat Trademarc like he treat the other guys. And I was like offended by that shit because I'm looking at like who you're talking about. Why would he treat me like he treat them? Like, do I seem like a person that you would just treat me the way?
No, no. You have to understand what I was saying when I said that because I was about. That's a great segue into where I was about to ask you. Um, we got this. Jay Wilson got this thing where he's having like a generation warfare against the younger generations. It's weird, and I'm like, why ain't Jay Wilson now? That's the so. I feel like has Jay Wilson asked you for more pictures of yourself?
No.
Okay, so why is Jay Wilson always targeting the younger people? If anything, he should be of a man or try to relate to a man or talk to a man of y'all age, which is similar. Y'all 55 together. So I feel like if anything, coming at Castro, coming at Rico, coming at Rico, coming at Brian,
But
always. I think he should be trying to like shoot his shot with somebody like you.
shoot my shot, shoot a shot.
Yeah, I honestly feel because
What you
his
mean shoot a shot?
I feel like his attraction or the way or the thing he be
There's
doing.
attraction.
Yes,
No, we're not, but it's nothing like that.
I
You say,
understand. I
oh,
understand,
okay.
and I understand that. I know it's not that, but I feel that he should be courting people his age, not the age of those that he tried to manipulate and outwit and put doo doo claws on and all that other stuff.
Now,
Why?
this the one thing I say about that whole situation. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, I hear what you're saying. Like, the older gays should be, helping the younger gays out and shit. But you got to still remember, first of all, this ain't real life. This is YouTube. Shit that happens and what they say on YouTube, you wouldn't say in real life. So this is YouTube, and 9 times out of 10, most of the people that you're talking about, they bring their business to him. They
I
bring his
agree.
they bring his business to him and just act as if he's Jerry Springer. You bring your business to Jerry Springer and he elaborate on it. Because this, like he said, this is a show. This is a show. So
Yeah,
I don't, but and because I'm just the type of person, like, once you a grown person, unless you're retarded, you know better. Like, you know what's going on. You coming over here to tell your business, just like Brian told our business, where he didn't have to tell. You see what I'm saying? They go over there and tell him his business, and him being, yeah,
Brian. I mean, not Brian. Excuse me, Trademarc. I think that I tell you, I gotta kind of disagree with you on that,
it's all
and this is why, because Jay Wilson's presentation, you gotta understand, there's a lot of dynamics at play. First, you gotta think about the black man. Then we gotta think about the younger black man in the presentation of Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson presents himself as an educated intellectual male with a deep grounded sense of spirituality, right? So that already endears him to someone who's trying to look for a black male role model or a guider or something like that.
that,
That's why they
that,
flock to him. Go ahead.
I, we see totally different things. I just totally see that they coming over there telling him his business, their business. That's that's
Right.
that's that's all I see. I
But
don't.
you have to, I mean, you have to look at as to why. Are they going over there? Look at all the other people. Are they looking at going? Are people going over to DKL to these people going over to DKL telling their business? Hell, no. Are they going over to Rodney and tell their business?
I'm gonna tell
No. Are they going to ODS and tell it? No, because those three individuals don't present themselves in a manner in which we would associate with an elder or a mentor or someone who could be trusted because they didn't present themselves that way.
you. Okay. Like, and see, me, I think they brought it over there because it's just like when people ask me, why did you go to Jay Wilson to say what you had to say? I say I went there because I look at it like this. I don't know if you ever watched the soap operas like The Young and the Restless. And then you got different stories. Like, you got the Newmans, you got the Abbotts, then you got the lower players and things like that. And when all this was happening, my storyline would best fit Jay Wilson's platform. And I even said this. I said, if I ever had to tell that story, I would have told it on your platform or Jay Wilson's platform, because I would have felt more comfortable with y'all two. You see what I'm saying? And I just think that they feel comfortable coming on there just telling their business. And like, my thing is this, and that's how I see all men. It's just like, don't put shit out there. Always think about what you're getting ready to say, because it's gonna be, it may be repercussions. And like, some of the things that they say, I was like, why did they say that? God damn, why did they say that? And then they evidently know how they supposedly think Jay Wilson is, because they'll tell him some shit. He'll say something they don't like. Then they cuss him out. I ain't never going back over there. I mean, man, fuck that motherfucker. He ain't down for me. And then a week later, they come back on there telling more business. How can, like, me myself, I can't sit up there
Well,
and like Dave Wilson's doing anything bad when people just coming over there telling all that business.
how do you feel about Jay Wilson selling your business?
Like, him selling the thing, I don't care. Like, check this out. See, I don't know if you watched the video when I was sitting out there putting out, like, before I sent him the emails, I read every email online, and people were saying, "You're lying. You're not telling the proof and all truth." And that's what only, like I say, the only reason why I sent it to Jay Wilson. Now, I already knew what he could do with this. And then just the part that tripped me out, not that he was selling the people so they can look at the emails. I'm up here saying, y'all fucking dummies. I done read the whole thread to y'all already, all fucking ready. And he ain't doing nothing but selling old business, and y'all stupid enough to buy the shit.
No, 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 Trademark. You and this is not what I'm gonna say is a disrespect to you. But you reading it and people being able to analyze it and see it for themselves, being people being able to have access to it and be able to analyze it is a greater premium than you reading it. I'm sorry. So, yeah.
Question that you asked me was, how do I feel that he?
hmm
It don't bother me at all.
Do
Yeah.
you feel that you're entitled to a cut of the proceeds that he receives?
Now, like I said, I told Jay Wilson this before. I even said, I said, shit, I'm drumming you up some good business. It'd be nice if you like send me a little something, something.
Mm.
But check this out. But I didn't care. I said it more in the jokey joke because I say if you did or if you don't, it ain't going to change anything because that's not why I did all this. Like I didn't do all this for money and all this type of shit. I know that the beef sector, y'all all about cash apps and who's giving me this and who's sending this to me. I don't care about that
but
because if
do,
I cared
but I,
about it,
but Trademark. But I do feel like, do you see it as a lack of appreciation? Or you put it ban. I'm just gonna be honest. You put in tangible income in that man's hands. That's your shit. You know. I mean, let's be honest. Like,
like
I'm not jealous or anything. But if the situation was to occur to me and people are paying me for your information, I'm gonna send you something as a
I would
gesture.
check this out and I would appreciate that. But check this out. If you didn't send it to me,
hmm
sent it to you. Now, if I would have came to him and say, "Look, yo, I'm sending you this, and if you do something with it, I want you to pay me." But when I gave it to him, I didn't give it to him for those
Yeah.
for that. And because he chose to do that, like on the for real, I'm saying to myself, like, is these motherfuckers dumb enough? And then you know what I even thought about you? I said Brian should actually beat him to the punch because Brian has these same emails. Brian, I was saying Brian should have because he all into this type shit, getting money and blocking money and all that type of shit. I said if Brian was smart, because he already know I'm telling the truth. We already know that.
Yeah, but it's just the platform makes a difference. Brian platform is not that
Oh,
on
but I'm
that. Yeah.
saying no. That's saying he still could have stopped it. On the for real, when I told him that I was going to jar up those emails, I was so sure that he was going to put those emails out before I could even read them. Just to say, like, I'm going to, you know, what you say, I'm going to spray my own shit. I was so sure that he was going to, like, do that shit.
But that's not Brian though. Brian don't like to embarrass himself on that level. So if
He
he
he ain't think about. But here's the thing. Now this is where the crazy shit come in. Brian don't like to embarrass himself on that level. What the
mm,
fuck he thought he was going to get when he said what he said about me? Unless he thought, well, I'm gonna say all this shit about Mark. He ain't gonna say nothing. Cause Mark, I mean, I've been part of this old beef sector shit like for 7 years. That's the first time I ever hit someone like. Now I did videos with people and I judged the show before, but I never hit no one link. That's the first time I ever hit someone link before. You know, so like I said, my thing was it had nothing to like. I don't. It wasn't a money thing. It was a whole thing with me, of like saving grace on so nobody wouldn't think shit about me. As far as Jay Wilson selling them and people buy, that's what y'all do over here. If he was to send me something, that would be fine. But if not, that's cool because I always think of things in the court of law. If we went on Judge Judy would tell me, was that the original script? Was he supposed?
mm,
Did y'all make these plans? We ain't make no plans like that. And it, like I say, it don't bother me. But if he did, that would be cool. And if he don't, I ain't gonna look at him no differently. No differently.
because he's a money hungry weasel. Yeah. So yeah.
Right. And then I know you don't like him. And a lot of things for on your end talking about because you don't like the motherfucker.
No, it ain't about not liking. It's about not letting that shit become the norm. Don't play with God. No, I can say for anybody, any other male, they have not directly associated and presented themselves as an ambassador of the Lord. So therefore, I don't have that kind of energy for them. But Jay Wilson does that to endear himself to people who are seeking a connection with God, and then do it about face and clown those same people who are looking at him and looking at what God may have blessed him with, and then clown them for their living conditions. I don't play those kind of games. So that's why I stay on his ass.
But
So
my whole model is, and that's why I don't really click links like that, because my whole model is, if I keep the focus on myself, even to a point where you can may say that I'm arrogant, but when I keep the focus on myself, I always tend to mind my own business.
now you talk about mind your own business. Let me get into your business a little bit. Are you and DKL still on good terms? 'Cause I remember DKL used to be
And
a
no,
huge
that's
friend.
my buddy. No, me and him are like,
Okay.
but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a cool cat. Whereas though, so far on here, outside of Brian, everybody who I met on this app, like I told Jay Wilson, most of the men of YouTube and some of the women, they follow me on Instagram, and we talk and have more conversation on Instagram, but not on YouTube and stuff like that.
Hmm. No, I understand. I
I'm just,
understand.
but it's like I don't this shit, but this shit, I didn't think that it was going to last this long. I was only thinking I was going to do a 3 day stint. I told him, he said what he said. I said what I said. Then the second day I came back for another guest appearance. Then the third time I came back because everybody was saying I was lying, and that's when I did the emails. And because see, no one don't follow me, but if you go on my community wall, I put the emails in my thing, and put a big thing going down saying receipts for me and Brian. But people don't fuck with me like that over here, so y'all don't like know that. So
Right.
I posted it on my wall. And even sometimes I go in chats and be funny when Brian in there and post some of the things that says to me, that he was saying to me. I just would type everything out. But
So
now,
do
but go ahead.
so do you think that maybe Brian is suffering from penis envy?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, okay.
I remember one time Brian did have a penis picture floating around here, but it was just the shaft. And I made a joke and say, "What you see is what you get." Because I say, I guarantee you, right above that is his head, and it would look like a little 4 inch shaft. But like I said, yeah, but I do think that he had that because he would have never said that to me. And like I said, I never asked him like, "Yo, I'm sending you this picture. Send me one back." I say, "Yo, I'm only sending you this pictures because you asked to see it." I say that in the email. I said that's the only reason why I sent it, because I didn't want him to think that I was sending him that because I never answered him in the on YouTube and say, "Hey, I'm sending it. Check your email." I just read it and sent it.
Well, let me ask you something because I have a lot of women audience, and I don't think they understand the importance of the penis to a man. Do you feel that men get their self esteem and machismo and confidence from, mm, the
I mean,
the
I think
pre-
I
the
think
presentation of their penis?
but that's with any man, either straight or gay. That's like any man.
Well,
I'm
I didn't say sexuality until I said for a man.
oh yeah,
You-
I believe so. Yeah, I apologize,
Yes.
but
So if you got a little peen, then your security level is
but not
small.
because I know a lot of guys with small penises and their confidence is so high.
Mm.
If see, it won't bother you if your confidence level is high.
It will really bother you if your confidence level is high.
Like if I have high, like I know motherfuckers who had small penises, and I may say the pic, and I'm back in my mind like, God damn, that's small, and they just whip that motherfucker out because they proud. like they accept it. Their
Mm.
confidence is high, and
Mm.
so it doesn't bother them. But you can tell Brian has low self esteem. I mean, it's always he want to compare. I'm pretty. I look good. I know I look good. And I remember even one time when he told Ro, "Wait till I lose some weight." I'm like, God damn, boy, you got low self esteem. Damn. And even like when he was talking to me, well, I can't wait to meet you because my fat ass gonna come down there, and you know what my fat ass. And look, and this is something he said. It was kind of weird that he said to me. He said, "You know when I come down there, you know what I." He said, "You know what my fat ass want." Then he put a comma and said, "No, no, food." Like whereas I might was thinking
Mm.
something else. You feel me?
Wow.
And,
Mm.
and that's just how he worded it. And that's when I was like, yo, this nigga is just too insecure. Like he just need to whereas though I was saying to myself, I said, I might meet this motherfucker and he might have a full fledged mask on and shit.
A mask.
A mask so he can hide his face.
So,
Because you gotta remember, even though he's losing weight now, but this
mm.
was 5 years ago, he was an extra fat ass then.
So you saying okay? So even if he was 500 pounds, you would still be willing to meet him.
To make videos, yeah. So I don't discriminate on friends.
But if he can't stank, it was you still. Mm,
Come
I mean,
on,
if he can,
like you're
listen,
to me now. You're reaching like to say if the man
no,
can't.
because you trademark. I think you minimize the fact there has been scenarios that has happened in this area where people have met each other in person, and
No,
when
but
they saw
you're
the
not. But
person,
hold up, you're not telling me nothing that I don't know. So
okay,
we can.
so
Like check. Hold check. You're not telling me anything that I don't know. I watch the news. I watch the same thing you see. But if my fear factor isn't there, if
we're
my
not.
fear, if my fear factor isn't there to meet someone, it's just not. That's what I'm
It's,
just
but, but
saying.
but Brian, I mean, no, excuse me, trademark. It's not about fear factor. You could be disgusted by the presentation of the person.
I mean that's true too. But
Okay, yeah.
but goddamn, I can't think about that. Like I wasn't even like thinking about that. What if he come down here and he stink? Like to me, that's
No, no, bro. I mean, trademark. You forget. You're not thinking about what I'm saying. If you have a certain, let's just say, we have certain expectation of how things may play, just not unconsciously. And if what you see in reality doesn't meet those expectations, there is an aura of annoyance. Like you don't want to even be bothered with that person no more.
no.
And I
That's are you talking about yourself? Because you can't be talking about me
no,
because you
I'm
don't know me.
talking. Listen, bro, I understand human relations, okay? It's like you're anticipating to see someone. You see that person and they're
But I
not what
wasn't
you
intent because just because you put high expectations. I wasn't thinking about the way he looked. The only thing I was thinking about is, yo, we can make some dope videos. He funny as shit. Yo, I would like to meet him because he funny as a motherfucker. You see me now, even though he sent me incognito pictures, he did send me pictures because I remember he sent the picture and I said to him, "Boy, you look like you could be in my family from this picture that you just sent." I said, "You look like you can be part of my family."
do you think he is part of your family?
I mean, like the ugliest side, yeah. You know, how you got
Because
ugly cousins down south.
because
I'm just playing.
His papa was a Rolling Stone.
No, fuck no, I don't think he my goddamn family. Come on now.
I'm just saying his papa was a
No,
Rolling
a
Stone.
lot of us look like we could be family, but it's just because we niggas. It ain't got nothing like that. Like that's like now you saying that is it possible that I can think we related? Like to me, you're reaching. Like to me, you're reaching the access. Do I
Hey,
think that we related? No, I don't think we related. Just be, people told me I look like Shaquille O'Neal. I don't think we related. I don't even think he's handsome, but I see it a little bit.
do you play basketball?
No.
Okay. I'm just you said it, not I. You don't look nothing like no damn Shaquille O'Neal.
No, but I'm just saying. But check this out. I guarantee. Matter of fact, if you ever go through my timeline, the picture that they said it, I can see it. And the crazy thing about it is, my son said to me a couple of weeks ago, "Dad, you know, somebody said I look like Shaq," and I said, "Back in the day when I was young, they said that I look like Shaq. Not as an older guy, but like when Shaq first came out, and that's when I was rocking bald heads and shit like that. And at that time when they said it, I saw it.
And you mentioned of your child. I think that's another jealousy point of Brian because Brian wants to have children. So the fact that you have a child and he don't, it may
I
be
have
another.
5 children.
What?
I have five.
Adopted. I
No,
ain't
I
trying
made
to.
my no. I would no. I made my kids with my dingling.
Are they? For I mean, were you?
They're
Are you a
they're my
donor?
children. They're my children with
Okay,
my
but are
baby
you?
mother.
Are you a donor though?
I fucked for my children.
Okay, I just had to. I just had to ask. Damn.
No,
Okay.
no, I like I tell motherfuckers, I turn down more pussy than the average nigga get.
Y'all hear that, ladies? Y'all hear that? So how? I mean, so I'm confused now.
Now, why are you confused? You never heard of a person being bisexual?
Oh, I thought
Have
you
you ever heard of
was.
that?
I thought you were strictly dickly. Okay,
No,
I ain't know.
I'm not strictly dickly. I
Oh,
ain't strictly anything.
oh, okay. All right.
Mm,
I didn't know. I didn't know that. That's a
mm.
revelation.
No, I
I
have.
didn't.
Cause then I would say you hear him talk about my kids and I got
Yes,
grand.
but you gotta understand, Trademarc. We got another person running around here saying he got kids too, and they ain't his. So
Well, I'm getting ready to say like my kids are like I have pictures of my kids all on my like if you look at my wall on my post, you'll see me at my daughter's you'll see me at my both my daughters their college graduations, their high
all right.
school graduations, all that type stuff.
All right, well, you're giving people a different, like a different side of you. To be honest, because I think a lot of people just.
I'm not even and check this out, right? Because like even though I've been interviewed before and I never like to tell them what to ask me. I
Mhm.
let them flow, but like I've never I've never like really been in a homosexual gay relationship before.
Mm.
Like I'm in it for totally different things. Like I always tell people like I'm in it just for the sex. I'm not in it for the whole LGBTQI shit of it. I always tell people I'm not even a part of that franchise. My contract is still with the 70s gay and lesbian community, and I stopped there.
Your contract. What contract?
I'm just making a jokey joke, saying that when in the 70s, first it was the gay community. Then the dykes start complaining like, hey, we want a little difference from the gays. So now then they called it the lesbian and gay committee. And once they did that, I stayed there with it. And then when they called it the LGBT and start adding all that shit, I wasn't with that. I said I'm not part of that franchise. I'm just here with the gay and the lesbians.
Got you. So, what? I mean, what? How? I mean, how do you choose your women?
To be totally honest, most of the women in my adulthood chose me, opposed to when I was younger. I might have liked a girl and hit on it, but most of the times they choose me. Check this out, women. But that's why I say it must be a shortage on men, because when I got custody of my kids and I was raising my kids. And like people used to think that I could be gay because they looking at me like, yo, this nigga been living next door to me like for 8 years and I never seen no bitch go in his house. And not to say that they see niggas going in my house, but like we don't see nothing. What's up with this nigga? And I remember this lady was trying to holler at me, and I told her that I like dudes and shit. She still gave me some pussy. I was like, God damn, it must be a shortage on niggas out here. It must be a shortage on niggas where niggas must be sorry shit that they picked me the fuck. And pussy
Well,
hard.
maybe
Hey,
maybe she was open minded, child. I don't know.
say it again.
I said maybe she was open minded.
Most of well, not the old head women, they ain't fucking with no punk niggas, but the younger women, but most of the younger women, because being gay is so in now, they don't give a fuck. They don't care.
Well. I don't know. I just think like that, that's leading to a whole nother epidemic in the situation in all communities with
No, you know what? I totally agree with you if we're talking about the same thing because I'm one who believe that the the virus got over to the heterosexual community by your bisexual men.
people lying.
You see what I'm saying? That's how I
Yeah,
believe, and that's how I believe that it came over there. But still, at the end of the day, it's still all about, you should wear protection. You should have made the person wear protection and shit like that. But I do agree with that part, though.
yeah. I agree. And that statement that you said about that lady is very alarming because people just won't love at the end of the day, and they'll accept anything. And then you got men who out here lying about who they're
But
sleeping with.
my whole thing is this. But like, say if I'm a bisexual man,
Mhm.
why would she be willing to accept anything? Because bisexual is a thing. So it's not like she's accepting anything. Like if I'm a bisexual man, why can't a woman like a bisexual man?
Because that's not the norm. I mean, you know what I
I mean,
mean?
what is the norm now? The norm been played out. The norm, check this out. The norm, I've been though the norm been played out. The norm been played out like in the late 70s, early 80s. The norm been played out. Shit ain't normal no more. You got motherfuckers up here telling them they identify as a dog and they're human. Shit ain't normal no more. You got motherfuckers going in the bathroom. You got motherfuckers going in the motherfucking bathroom, standing up pissing, and they in the women's bathroom. Shit ain't normal no more.
I agree. I agree. I just think we're in so tough times right now because people are concealing what they're doing, and that concealment is coming with consequences.
Yeah, I think that's true. And like me, like I've done that one time. I remember I used to mess with this girl back in the day when I was like in my late teens, and she went to jail, and I guess she became a dyke, and she
What?
can't. You know how bitches, like it's the norm for bitches now today to just be a dyke just because they can't find a nigga.
I
I
don't know.
know
No,
so
no,
many part-time dykes where I see a girl, she with a nigga, and next year she a dyke, and then the next year she gave the shit back up. But anyway, she
part
went to
time. That's what it's called. Part time. Okay.
so I used to go with this girl. She went to jail, and then she became a dyke just for a few seconds because now she married to a man. But anyway, she became a dyke just for a few seconds, and the girl took her to the gay club, and she seen me in there, and she looked at me and smacked me back. She said, "Boy, why'd you never tell me?" And I was like, "Damn, bitch, you were here with another girl and blah 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 this." But I only said that to say that's the only girl that I ever messed with that I didn't tell that I went both ways.
And she smacked you.
Yeah, but not. It was a playful smack,
Mm,
not a
yeah.
dynasty smack. Yeah, she just smacked me out of a kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what's your sign, brother?
I can't get that out because I mean,
Oh, that's what I. That's what I'm saying. That's another reason why I
yeah.
couldn't be a part because everything is so secretive. That's
But
why
that's the brand.
if
I
someone
can't.
ever doxed me, it would
Mhm.
not bother me at all because you can go through my timeline and dox the fuck out of me. You can go through my
Yeah,
timeline.
and
You,
but
you
that's
can,
the difference. I have a brand to uphold, and that brand is based on
but
I
don't you
create.
tell people when your birthday is, or
Nope,
do
I
you?
don't. No,
Oh, that's
uh,
oh wrong.
no, because that's part of the brand. I create a whole movement that you see is still in effect to this day. People want so I can't compromise that. Me being
I
the
mean, it's all good. So,
yeah.
like, you never had like a camera slip or anything?
They say I have,
Did
but
you? Did you answer it? Don't tell me what they say. I'm asking you. Did you ever have a camera slip?
no, no, I haven't.
Okay.
Not based on the technical terms of did I have a birthday May? No, I never had a birthday May.
Oh,
I'm not coming at you. But no, I never had a birthday May. No.
But why you ask me was me and DKL still cool?
Because he don't mention you no more like he used to. I used to watch
Act,
DKL.
yeah, I'm going to say X. Well, not that long ago, I did because I do karaoke on my page, and I had did a song, and it inspired him to do the same song, and he put me like in the thumbnail and stuff like that.
Mm.
Yeah, but now we still like I'm cool with like everybody. There's no one here on this app that I can say that I'm not, well, not everybody, but like I'm cool with pretty much everybody. Like I don't know people. People don't even know me. People still be asking like, where the fuck Trademarc come from? Like, I've been around here before the
Yeah,
OGs.
we know you. We know. I don't know when you was over there and what's his name?
I remember
DKL would love
the
you.
first time I ever saw you, I never forget, was after the me and Rico interview. And I remember Rico came on your page and it was you, him, and ODS, and y'all was trying to get him to tell y'all what we was doing. I never forget that shit. And I never forget that shit. And I was like, y'all trying to get this nigga to tell y'all his business. And look, check this out. That I remember when you did that to Rico. Isn't that the same thing you accused Jay Wilson of doing to people?
Doing what?
When you
What I do
asked
to
Rico,
Rico?
when you was trying to coerce Rico into telling him what we did, I remember that. I
No, I
remember that
was
shit. It
trying
was
to.
you. It was you, ODS, and Rico on there because I remember ODS was talking about my food. He said the food looked good, but them onions big as shit. And then you said, "What y'all?" And then you said, "What y'all do?" Now I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was gay until you said you wasn't.
You gotta understand. I'm not of your community, but
But
you have to
no, it's
understand.
like you don't have to say it like that, brother. I said I thought you was until you, and the reason why because I never in my life heard a straight man say "woo child." I only hear gay people
Well,
say
yes,
that.
right, exactly. So you have to understand. I have to understand the demographic of the audiences that I
All
am
right,
in.
so but
So
so
I
put
am,
it like this, but you
but
can
so
understand me coming in. See it. You can understand me coming in, maybe thinking that, right?
of course because I
All
had
right, and
to.
then but once you said you wasn't, I just let that
I'm
be.
about to turn into grown folks in a minute. Let me finish. Um, I had to incorporate some things because of my audience base. So, ooh,
Okay.
child, that stuff like that. That's vernacular that so of y'all community. So I'm just trying to show
Of
that
who
I'm inclusive.
community? I don't say.
I'm
I don't
trying
say
to
that.
show I'm
I don't say
inclusive.
that.
I,
I don't say woo child.
but that's you, Trademark.
Oh, okay. You said because of my community.
Right, the YouTube community, the
Oh,
women, the all this. So I'm I do put on a show unlike Jay Wilson,
oh,
so
okay.
yeah. Yeah, but I don't remember that. I mean, he over there, y'all over there eating out. I mean, I'm a news reporter, right? I'm an
No, you were
entertainer.
being nosy. No, you were
Okay,
straight being
well,
nosy. There's a
okay.
difference.
I'm being nosy today.
There's a difference between being nosy and
Hmm.
being the news reporter. They all was just trying to get tea that day. That's all that
Okay,
was.
and that's sometimes what a news reporter got to do is get the tea.
Okay.
I'm serious. News reporters are nosy. They go around asking questions they ain't got no business asking the people. Did you see the accident? Were you here? What happened? Tell us
Mhm.
what happened. Da-da-da-da. Did they? Oh, they were together. Where did they go? Did they go in the house? What were they doing in the house? You
And
know.
something else, and look, and then Brian was talking about that I have a fat stomach.
Just
Evidently, you can see that I love myself in the way I look, the way I'm built, the way I shaped by the things that I wear and things like that. I'm never trying to conceal shit. I am who I am. My confidence level is that high. You see what I'm saying? So him throwing around with stomach jokes and shit, that's so like they like elementary reads and shit. You got a stomach. You got a stomach. Don't you know fat boys is in? That's why I keep that. You ain't gotta have low self esteem. Fat boys are in. Now,
yeah.
you just
Yeah.
gotta love yourself.
There was a study that women desire more like dad bods than them. What they
Hell
call
yeah,
them.
dad bods are in like a motherfucker. They've been in for some years. And it's not like, and then you even got like groups where as though they call them like chubby chasers and shit. Whereas though you got regular sized dudes that like big niggas and shit. So because I know that, I could never get caught up in like, oh, I'm a big dude, nobody ain't going to like me and all that type shit. Never that. I never get on here hiding myself. If I show my face, I show my face. If I show my body, I show my body.
Well, you have reached the optimal level of confidence or body positivity, as they would say.
I heard that good shit.
So, well, is there anything else you want to share with the audience today about what's recently transpired? Or
No, I mean, no.
all right, well, I mean, is there? I mean,
Is there anything that you would like to ask me before you go?
yeah.
Okay, action, brother.
So there's nothing. I mean, I'm just saying, there's nothing else that you have a brand that is gonna come out with the Jay
Oh
Wilson
no, put it like
involvement.
this. Hey, like I remember I said last week I was done with it, and then Brian started talking about lawsuits and all this type of shit, and I talked about it again and shit. You know what I mean? But no, everything has been said. Like you see what I'm saying? Everything has been said. He said what he said about me. I said what I said about him. He ain't never say that I'm lying. And y'all know I ain't fucking lying. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I was hoping that it died down, died down some, but like he just so fucking unhinged and shit. You can just say my name or say anybody's name. He just slap the fuck out and shit. And
Well, I
then
think that
he says he's gonna call my job Monday.
what?
He said
Why?
that he said that he's going to call my job Monday and tell them that I make videos dancing in my underwear sometime.
I'm sure the principal does that too. I mean, what? I mean, that's Brian. Stop.
So it's like the shit that, but I'm just saying, like he just goofy, like he like goofy as fuck.
Well, I mean, that's who he is.
Yeah,
You know, that's who he is. So,
yeah,
all right. So, anything else? I'm gonna let you go. I mean, I ain't gonna keep you up here all night. I know you gotta get some rest.
man, I've been up since I went to sleep when I came home from work. I've been up. I went to sleep like when I got in this bitch like 4, and then woke up at 11 o'clock, and then that's when I heard all that shit going on with Jay Wilson's. And they was talking about he was selling my pictures. And I was like, Jay Wilson don't have no pictures of me. What are y'all talking about?
So basically, he's scheming and he's scamming because he definitely presented it as if he had some intimate photos that he was about to sell. So,
Oh, he don't have no intimate photos. Like I said, the only intimate thing he got of me, because I screenshot all the emails. And on one of the emails is when I sent him a picture. But on the picture, you can see just the tip of my penis. Just the tip of it.
and you don't care about these photos getting out. I mean,
I
not
have,
that
I
no,
have
you
a
don't care.
page. They're on my page.
Okay. Sorry, that's a new world to me. I mean, but that's good. That's true.
Right. But did I remember you were saying that women be sending you nude pictures? Don't you
Yeah,
check
but
them when they send them?
no, hell no, I don't because I understand. I know technology. Um, and that shit stays on a server. So if there's ever a leak, your shit gonna be leaked
I
out.
check
You
this
know?
check this shit. I hear judge. Like that's what I'm saying. Don't you know some people just don't give a fuck? Like everybody don't give a fuck. Like you
Okay,
really care
but
about it.
that's
Cause
your
judge you
that's your life though. I can't have my
but
shit
like
out there like
you
that.
just said that hit. Who life it is?
Your life,
There you go. Let it be.
right?
Let
And
me
that's a
be.
choice. That's a choice.
Right. I'm just saying, like, let it be. It's my life. Like, let it be. Like, why are you concerned about it? Like, only to me, you should only be concerned about it if I didn't know no better. And I'm telling you that I know everything you know.
But
All that shit you
right,
can say, Judge Judy said all the time. You put it up there. I don't understand why you youngins always put. She says it all the time, and with the people look at her and was
okay,
like, I do it because I want to do it.
right. But you gotta understand, trademark.
I
The
do
business that
understand, but
was not
you
presented.
talking. Go
The
ahead.
way you speak it is not how it was presented by Jay Wilson. Jay
Oh,
Wilson presented the fact that his presentation was that he has intimate photos of Brian and you that he was willing to sell.
but
So
Brian didn't send me any because that's what.
okay, but
Oh,
we were not privy to that. He, the messenger, made it seem as if there was private, intimate photos of you and Brian. Now that we know there's none of Brian and you
now
don't
check
give a
this out.
damn.
Now you know who can do it. Brian has the original versions of the picture. Like Brian has the picture. Brian has the video. Because one time Brian said that he was going to sell my pictures, and then that's what I said. And if he, now I say now if Brian do it, that's revenge porn.
Okay. I understand. We were just getting clarity regarding the
You know,
situation, and
Jay
I'm glad.
Wilson ain't got no pictures of me.
Okay, he got no pictures of you.
And I said Brian. I mean Jay Wilson don't have no pictures of me. He just have the emails, and hooked to one of those emails, you can see the picture that I sent Brian, but you can't see my legs or nothing. You can pretty much see from the top of my stomach up. But because my penis is large, my penis come almost to the top of my stomach. So that's the reason why you can see the tip of it. And then you might have to look at it and say, what's that?
I'm sure Jay Wilson is. I'm sure he's definitely used a magnifying glass and a microscope to see all that he can see. So
Why y'all don't get along?
I told you because he played with God
Oh,
and he uses his current situation to look down on others and talk bad about them like he did to Rico. So while telling Rico, anyway, yeah. So yeah, that's why.
oh no, I just be because I know, like when I be talking to a lot of y'all, like say if I talk to y'all on Instagram and they might mention someone and they don't never like the person, I was like, y'all don't like each other around this motherfucker.
Hey, it's a competitive sport. You know, I don't
Hmm.
really hate nobody, but I don't like people that play with God like that. And I think there's a lot of people who are out here trying to find a connection with God or listen to those who claim to have an in-depth knowledge of Him, and then what he does is turn people off to God, and that's the issue that I have. So
And see that way say I'm like I tune into everybody for different reasons and like I don't call him pastor. I call him Jay Wilson. Like I'm not into the God side. Only thing I like is that he know a lot of church songs, and I like church songs. So he be singing the church songs and stuff like that. And you know that's on the Color Purple when the lady walked up at the end when she was singing God trying to tell you something. She hugged her father and say, "See, Daddy, sinners got song too." So it's just like But I mean, I I guess I guess I understand. But
yeah,
everything really makes like good content, I guess.
yeah, because he
Like,
definitely
but
do.
what would y'all do if people stop coming on here telling their business? Because that's what the beef sector feed off each other. Like, say if the beef sector stopped telling their business, what then would you do?
Then there would be more mutual combat.
Yeah,
That's what will happen.
because I
But
read, okay, but you talk more than about the beef sector. Because when I watch you, you talk about things in the news and things of that nature. You do that too.
mhm.
I think that's cool.
Because there's a real world out there, and that's stuff that people need to know. Because y'all could spend, or not, well, whatever, y'all they could spend 8 hours online and know not what the hell going on, and then get impacted for real, for real. So it's good for people to know.
Right? That's a good thing. Like you want to, even though you want to bring the mess, but you still bring something good at the beginning and to let people know some things because you do know that people sometimes live their life on YouTube. So you're, helping. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I try to do.
That's what's
Started
up.
Started from the beginning. That's what I wish kind of Jay Wilson would do a little bit, but everybody's got different client. I mean, different audiences for that.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody got a different audience and they do and say, you get in where you fit in. Like sometimes I go on people their chats and I don't say shit because like I don't fit their mold. Like the
Hmm.
things they're talking about, I don't fit, or I'm not the type of person that's gonna go back and forth and be arguing back and forth with you and shit, especially me, a guy arguing with a girl.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, so that's why I just stay put, and I prefer to come on panels when I'm there by myself
I can understand that. I could
because I
definitely.
don't want like nobody cut me off and shit, and people come up on the panel and you was talking, then they start talking. I'm like, fuck that shit. I need to be up here by myself. And then every time Brian seemed to come up on the panel with me, he always come up real mild. Could you turn your camera on? Can you turn your camera on? Fuck you want me to turn my camera on? He just trying to get anything he can do to talk about my person, to talk
Yeah,
about me.
I agree. That's his mo. So,
And then and then Brian, I remember, and I even told Jay Wilson this. I remember those 2 months when Brian was just leaning up, just cussing me out, and I wasn't saying nothing back to him. That's all I could do is go on Jay Wilson's his chat and say, "Hey, good evening, how everybody doing?" Then he would highlight my comment, and Brian would see it, and he knew that Brian was going to get off, and that's why I be calling him an idiot because he be letting them play him like that. I'm like, you just fed right into that shit.
yeah, but he knows Brian is also looking for something to get him riled up.
All right, you better stop. And then he was saying he was gonna go in his room in the dark and just eat. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Well, the boy is not well.
Yeah, they say no, that nigga ill. That nigga
Mm,
sure enough ill.
well, I guess he's well enough to get a gun. So I don't know.
But it don't from my understanding, like every other person in Houston has a gun.
It's rough out there.
Yeah, and it's more like easier to get.
Well, yeah, they're making laws where it's easier to get. Stand your ground. I guess he also saying stand your ground, but stand my ground. So
Like when my sons be having that, I be telling them like, don't bring that shit in my house. That shit might accidentally go off.
yeah, I agree. Guns do scare me. So to an extent, because bullet doesn't have a name on it.
Yeah.
But
So don't
yeah.
you gotta get up and go to work in the morning, sir? Or you
uh,
like that?
I don't know. I don't know what I gotta do tomorrow. I don't know. It's a busy day,
Oh, okay.
but I had a nap, so
Right, yeah, that's what I ain't gonna lie, that's why I'm up. I probably fall back to sleep around like 7 o'clock in the morning. And then I get up and go to the gym and run for a while.
all right. Well, it sounds like you got your day planned.
Yeah, they're coming to you going to vacation?
Maybe incognito.
I heard. Oh, that's right. So you can't even go nowhere.
Yeah, I'm locked
So let
down,
me ask
man.
you this.
Mhm.
Well, I can't even say that because I said Lemon started over here with you, but he wasn't that incognito with his pictures over here when he had his little thumbnail, was he?
Yes, he was, but he had to sell himself out. You
Bobby
know.
Gray said, how do you feel once do you feel like, hey, why you do that? You was part of this crew. Now you exposing yourself and all this type of stuff. Did you feel some type of way about that?
Well, I answer your question by saying this: time reveals all things.
Mhm.
So, Lemon, I feel, and people told me this, and I didn't see it, but they're like, yeah, he latched on to you because of what you had at the time, right? And I can see that now. And I can see that he was probably never of the Avatar Nation movement. He just stayed in movement because that's what was, thriving and popping. And then he like dished that to the side in order for him to fulfill whatever goal and objective that he wanted to have. So, you know, I mean, It is what it is. I mean, he could do what he want to do, right? But I don't support that because what he was doing over here is a complete contradiction to what he's doing over there. So, yeah. So it would never have my 100% endorsement.
Got you. So do you have any like other avatar friends? Because it seems like people that come to your panel be having pictures or you know how they look.
Yeah, I do know how people look, but the extent of their life is limited in what they share.
Or let me ask you this question. Like, say if somebody over here in Avatar Nation with you and y'all known each other for years, y'all don't never like say, well, hey, look, this is how I look, or you don't break that code with no one.
No, 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 no. I know how people look. Okay, I know how a lot of people look at Avatar Nation, but what I'm trying to say is I don't pressure people to reveal themselves if they don't feel comfortable to.
Got you.
Like I'm not going to shun you and not allow you to have a voice because I don't know how you look, which is how a
Have
lot
you
of
ever
people move.
revealed yourself to anyone?
No,
Okay.
that'll be compromising the brand, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's why you've been on here for years.
Yeah, mhm, I
Now,
have.
I didn't watch you doing because I think I didn't watch you during your heyday because I remember I think they said you used to come on late at night.
Yeah, I came up during a pandemic in the middle of the night.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's pretty much when I started making videos. That's when I was at my height of making my cooking videos during the pandemic.
Mm. So yeah, so that was the height, and then the world opened back up, and then
So,
YouTube started changing some things, and it was just it's a multitude
okay,
of
have you ever
factors.
got your page taken from you and you had to start over?
Nope.
Oh,
Mm.
that's good then.
Yeah.
So what made you change? Cause so did you like change your format?
Yeah, I changed my format because one, I couldn't stand listening to my broadcast because at the beginning there was a lot of stuff being said that I couldn't tolerate. So I always say, if you can't stand your own invention, then what's the purpose? What's your purpose?
Yeah,
Right? So I just switched some things and then at that time we started getting moderators popping up. Actual YouTube moderators were popping up in the chat. So they were coming in, and I remember cursing them out, like, "Why are y'all bothering us?" Right? So when you see that and you see YouTube changing their guidelines, it's just a warning sign, like, "Yo, change your shit before they change your shit." So I just switched stuff around, and some people didn't like it. They got mad. I started incorporating rules and shit. But like you see, at the end of the day, if you don't abide by the rules, somebody gonna come in and make you do so.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you know.
So is that when you and Lemon got his own page because you changed your format?
No, no. Lemon disappeared for a while. I don't know. We still don't know why to this day. He'll say a reason, but I doubt that. I don't think that's the reason. So he disappeared, and I think when he disappeared, things just started to change from there. We encouraged him to venture off because that's when he started getting his own following. So I'm not a hater. I said, okay, well, let's capitalize. Let's get you ready for that moment, and then he took forever to have that happen and say he would do it, and then he never did it. And I always tell you, when you have a brand, when you are a content creator, your word is your bond. I can't keep promoting you to go on live when you don't. Then that start making me look kind of stupid. So I was like, all right, when you do, then we will. So and he went over there and did what he did, but our separation came when he started doing that shit with Brianna, when he decided to include me in a play that I had nothing about. You don't do that to people who paid the way for you. So because we don't run plays over here. That's how your audience. That's how you lose your audience. So
Yeah, I think I heard something about that, about the Brianna thing and all that. So
yeah,
y'all still not cool with each other?
no, he been mad disrespectful, mad not mad disrespectful. Like you don't treat people because I always would say this today, and I say this confidently. Confidently, nobody would know of a limit if it wasn't for Sir King, and that's facts. Lemon
So
would be such.
he never paid homage to you?
Homage is through not through words but through action.
Got you.
Don't sit up there. You paid the way for me, trademark, and you dropped me for 19 motherfucking 99.
I remember that. I thought that was so fucked up.
Yeah.
I
So
thought that was fucked up because
yeah,
I was like, you should be off limits for that type shit.
right. So and then some other shit he said about that with that about just after that. I don't play that. I don't play that way in my real life, and I don't play that in virtual land. So yeah.
So it's almost like he left and went somewhere and made new friends.
No, I think he left and had a personal tragedy, and
Oh,
then came back, and he wasn't. I feel that's when the limit that I knew somehow got sucked over to the other side, and he ain't the same limit I know to this day. So, because we were listening to an old clip the other day, and I'm like, damn, that does not sound like the lemon. Like that, the clip I was listening to was like a couple of years ago or whatever. I don't know, maybe a year ago. And that lemon from a year ago is totally different from what y'all hear today. So something must have had happened to him, and that's what I'm gonna chalk it up to. So
got you.
he's not the same. The cursing, the vitriol, the drunkenness, the
He didn't used to get drunk with you.
not like what y'all hearing. No,
Oh, okay.
he used to have a little sippy sip, and then go on his little tirades a little bit, but it's nothing like what y'all seeing over there. Uh, so and I can't condone that, man. You making enemies. The two things I told them, I said, be careful what you say to people because you don't know who these people are, and don't talk about money. That's the two rules. And he broke them, and he keep breaking them. When you break them, that puts an X on your back. So he got a big X on his back. So
Mm-mm-mm.
because I know, I did my research, so I know how people move over here, and just in YouTube in general. So when you do those two things, you create enemies that you can't even see, and those are the worst kind of enemies. So
Wow. So wow. So since people don't know your birthday, so when your birthday comes, you can't ask for cash apps and stuff.
nope,
You got you got to wait for
no,
the holidays.
exactly.
Damn. So damn. Damn. But only reason why I asked you what was your sign, because I always like to know who I'm talking to. That's all.
You believe in signs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But don't you think signs could be wrong?
Well, I'm sure that they can but from my experience, most people who I meet is the same. They got similar characteristics. I can say similar characteristics.
Mm.
But yeah, I think that sometimes like they could be wrong and stuff. But I'm like kind of a little into it because most signs cover 2 months, and normally like I'm a Taurus. The April Tauruses and the May Tauruses are like different from each other and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you base it on similarities. So
Yeah, that's a this just put it like this. And it's not necessarily what I read, but like most signs that I can't get along with, and it always be like that. Like I never can get along with Libras. I could not like we always can end up fussing. We're easy to get into an argument and shit.
that's interesting. So
Yeah, because that's what I thought you was a Libra. I said he sound like a Libra.
I don't know.
Mm.
I know Elisa,
But
but
look, now let me ask you this, and I'm just being funny because this is the stuff I used to ask myself just listening to you. When I used to hear you say "woo child," I used to always say, "I wonder when he be playing basketball and the person make the shot, he say woo child."
nah, I don't incorporate that in my daily vernacular.
Because
So
I'm
I
like
don't.
thinking it might just slip out because it comes so natural when you're on here. I was like, do it ever like slip out in public?
No, I'm in different domains, so different domains automatically come with a different vernacular. Nah,
But sometimes things slip out when you're in other domains. You gotta remember, like, oop, I'm in the wrong
Well,
book.
I mean, it may say I may say "ooh, child" under my breath, but I'm not loud with it.
Yeah.
When I see something, I say "ooh, child," ooh. But I'm not "ooh, child." No, I ain't doing it. No, nah, that ain't happening. Sorry, it's
So damn, I can't say so. I see. I can't even ask you shit like, do you have any kids?
I can't give you no
Right. That's
personal
like
identity.
that's where they say, yeah, it was okay. It's okay. I got you.
It's just a movement that I stay consistent to. I'm not gonna sell out people because people have believed in the movement. You gotta understand
What is the
StreamYard.
movement? What explain the movement to me.
Okay, the movement is that you could come on and have an active role in the social media game without having to divulge everything. And that's where the evolution of StreamYard allowed that possible. Google Hangouts didn't allow that. So when they were phasing out Google Hangouts, that pushed everybody to find an alternative, and the alternative was StreamYard. So when StreamYard came to be, that allowed people to understand they could maintain some form of anonymity, but also be able to express their opinion without completely, uh, you know, giving up
So I
their
guess you
privacy.
just pick and choose what you like, what you tell us about. Like you're not going to say anything personable. Like you got kids, but you can let us know that you got a job. You can let us know that you work. You can let us know that you love basketball. But personal things like your birthday, if you have any children, you can't let us know that, or you just won't let us know that because I'm sure that there are avatar people out there who put out there that they may have kids. So I
Of
guess it's just
course, yeah. It's no
so I guess
limitation.
that's what
There's
you choose to do.
correct. There's no limitation on what you can share. I'm just telling people that you ain't gotta divulge everything to be on this
But
apparatus.
no, I mean that's totally true.
Right.
That's totally true. Because evidently you're doing it because, like I said, that's why I don't say too much. But anything I say, I'm cool with it. Like I don't give a fuck. If
Yeah,
I
I
say,
mean, I gotta present that I am human, right? I mean, I gotta present that to the people to relate to the people. I mean, there's no harm in telling people about my situation at Walmart or something or my recent phone experience. I mean, people do love to hear relatable stories, and that's how you learn about how to handle certain situations. I can't be a robot, you know. You know.
I got you.
Yeah.
But I think if you had kids, you'll probably let us know because there's so many people on here with kids, and you can teach them how to do some things.
That don't work on here. Because people then be trying to say you doing something wrong with the child, and they try to say they a mandated reporter and try to report you. So it's not good to bring kids into the mix on here.
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna say when Brian started talking about my kids, I was like, where the fuck that come from?
Yeah,
I got grown ass motherfucking kids his motherfucking age.
yeah. So it's just kids are never. I don't think kids are ever a good mix over here. So yeah, and then people using kids to strike pages and shit. Like, yeah, it's
You
weird.
mean they use a kid to strike a page?
There was an instance where somebody had a kid in the background or something, and they used that as the means to strike that or to have that reported to YouTube.
God damn. I'm
Yeah,
glad I'm not monetized. I wouldn't even I wouldn't even want to be monetized because I like
mhm.
using people's shit too much. Like far as like when I would do my cooking, I like to have music in the background. I'm always singing other people's songs and shit. So I wouldn't want to be monetized.
Yeah. It's not. I mean, it's not good to be. Okay, it's good to be monetized. It's not good to be monetized. And what I mean by that is that people start setting up their life decisions on that monetization, and then they get stripped from you, and then you stuck. So that's why I say it's sometimes not good to be monetized
But I'm
because
sure people ain't. I mean, unless you like a Tasha K or other people that's big time like that, you ain't quitting your job for this shit.
no, but people are making decisions, purchases based on their anticipated YouTube check.
Shit, not when you can get flagged and they can take your shit.
Yeah, that's the
Look,
risk.
like
Mhm,
so, look, like if somebody get flagged, right, and they
mhm.
like get ready to do something to their channel, could they appeal it? And long as they like while it's in the appeal process, they still get paid?
It depends. I ain't been in that situation. I don't know about that part. But I don't. I mean, if your monetization has been paused, you're not going to get that because that's the whole situation. When they sit up there and you violated some rule, they can sit up there and say, "Well, you're not entitled to that because that was during the period in which the violation occurred." So that's the whole situation with Lemon. Lemon was sitting up there thinking he was going to get his YouTube check when his page got taken, and YouTube was like, "Oh hell no, you're not." Now I don't know what they do with that money. I don't know. It'll probably go back, but I think from a corporate standpoint, why are they going to reward somebody for the money that came in during the period in which they committed a violation? So yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Fuck
So
that. And then you guys stay on here for so goddamn long, like for hours and shit.
well, that's what he was doing. He was doing a numbers game. Oh, I got this many people. I say this song, and then that's how much you get.
Now, when you say you were staying up or doing it due to the pandemic, how long was your lives?
My lives was for like 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours because it wasn't. I mean, that's what we were. We all locked in. But when that world opened up, that changed things because you had to get back out in that world or you go fall behind. You
Yeah.
know, you had. To, I mean, you pretty much had to. So YouTube was for that duration.
But
If we ever go back into a situation like that, then I'll be on live longer too. you know. So
before I hit your link, I heard you like when you was on here early and you was like, and Jay Wilson is doing some federal stuff. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I had to like if some shit going on and I don't know what's really happening. One thing I can say about the motherfuckers in the beef sector, I don't even have to know them. They will send me a goddamn DM on Instagram and like when I be seeing
yeah,
who they are, and they be like, such and such are talking about you. Do you know such and such and say he's selling your pics? And I'm like, all right, what pics are you talking about? But that's one thing I do like about the beef sector is them motherfuckers are finally to tell me something.
yeah, it's crazy. We all interconnected. I agree on that. Somebody will find you somehow, some way to let you know something.
And this is something that I remember I was telling Jay Wilson, like of all the people that you listen to, are you I mean, all the people that listen to you, are you subscribed to any of them?
Of all the that are, if they're
Let
content
me ask you
creators,
this. Are you
yeah,
subscribed to me?
yes, I am.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, you be subscribed, and the subscribers don't seem like they ever subscribe to other people. But you said something that made me think that you were subscribed to him. I'm not going to say what you said, but I was like, he must be subscribed to me because he said something.
Yeah, I was subscribed to you all the way back because when you used to be on DKL and stuff. So yeah,
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. I said one day I might do a live video, but if I do a live video, I'll probably cook. I probably don't talk. Cause I'll be doing. I was thinking about doing some shit like story times. Cause somebody asked me. People always be wanting to know about my life. And I said I
mhm.
might like do it like some storytelling about like when I came out, how I started messing with guys, when I started messing with women, and all that type of shit.
Yeah, that would be very interesting for the women in here because they would love to hear stories like that. So to put them on game. So yeah.
Yeah, but I even made a post on Facebook, and the post said that I wasn't really I'm bisexual really because of my family. Like my family they were the type of men that will bring pussy to me. Like, if my cousins got girlfriends and bought some pussy in the house, they brought the fat cousin there so I could get her. And then like once I started screwing girls, I was like, oh, like pussy is all right. Like pussy not bad. I'm just more attracted to men than I am to women, but I like pussy. Pussy is like the shit. And I knew I wanted kids. That's why I always couldn't understand, like why was I having these type of feelings as a kid? Because I wasn't one of those kids who was touched or no shit like that. That shit, I think I was born like this. I remember as a kid, I couldn't understand why I was having these feelings and shit. And then when I started fucking girls, I'm like, why are these feelings not going away?
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's Brian had a saying.
I think Brian said he never had no coochie before.
Really?
Yeah, I'm almost sure he said he never had. Yeah, I'm almost sure he said he never had sex with a girl before.
Hmm.
I knew I had to have sex with a girl because I knew I wanted children. I knew that. That's why I always knew that I wanted kids.
But Brian said the same thing you saying.
But Brian talking about adopting kids. He ain't trying to go out there and fuck and make a relationship. Like when I started making kids, I married my kid's mother because like I always had this thing like I was more turned on by a wife and kids than I was turned on by having a relationship with a dude. And then
Hmm.
once that happened and I started making kids, like I stopped messing around with guys the entire time I was married. It wasn't until I got divorced that I said, I'm just going to be by myself and don't be with nobody. And I've been
Well,
single.
well, you can answer this question, or not answer it. I'm just giving you. I'm just saying. So, what caused the divorce?
We didn't get along like
Uh,
most marriages.
so, are you the problem or they the problem?
We both was the problem. Like, put it like this. I don't know if you're trying to underline ask me, did it have anything to do with my sexuality? No, not at all. We just didn't get along just like other married couples didn't get along.
Okay. Well, did
Yeah.
she know you like? Did she know you like men too?
Uh, she met me in the club.
Okay.
Like in Baltimore, we got a club called Paradox. And Paradox is you wouldn't call it a gay club, but it's a gay friendly club, but there's a lot of straight people there. And then I remember back in the day, I was so scared of AIDS and shit. That's when that shit was heavy, and I was scared of that shit. And I was like, man, let me like get out this shit and be monogamous with one person. Then I got married.
And then you said you got 5 kids.
Three of them are my biological kids. Two of them are my step kids, but I still just call them my extra kids. But
Gotcha.
three of them are my kids.
And then how many from the first wife?
I only had one wife.
Well, right, but how many kids from the first wife?
Oh, three. But when I
Okay.
say I got 5 kids, my
Yeah.
wife had 2 kids when I married her, and I still call her kid.
Oh, okay. I
But
got
technically, I have 3 biological kids and 2. I still call them my stepkids.
you. Okay, because it's a content creator around here dealing with somebody with 8 kids and they got four different baby mamas. So
Oh no, I
yeah.
don't. I got one. I have one baby mother, and that's it. And I have 2 girls and a boy.
Do you want more kids?
Well, at first I did. Once they turned 18, I couldn't put them on my taxes no more. I wanted some more kids. I needed some dependents. I was trying to fuck for dependents. But no, I wouldn't want no kids like at my age. Like my grandkids is enough now. But like having more kids,
Mm.
hell no. On it for real, I don't even like fuck with coochie like that no more. Especially if we get no bitch pregnant. I might do a cuckold,
Oh,
but yeah. Mm-mm.
whew, Lord. Well, the audience appreciates your transparency.
Oh yeah.
Man,
And yes, my kids know that I fuck around.
and what they think about that.
Well, I was that was one of my biggest worries because I remember when I raised my kids from my twins were 1 and
Damn, you got twins? Wow.
my twins were 1 and my oldest girl was 2. And I always wondered, like, like I said, I never was like in a relationship with no guy, and they never see me like I'm not like real affectionate with dudes. Like you don't never see me hugged up on no dude or no punks and shit all in my house and shit like that. But actually, but
Sorry.
on the actual when how I found out they knew is my daughter said that her grandmother said something to her about it.
And what did grandma say?
Well, she didn't tell me. Only thing my daughter said, because I remember they was with their mom for the weekend, and she came home early, and I was like, "Why you come home? Why didn't you tell me you was coming home?" And she
Mm,
was like, "Because my grandmother pissed me off," and I was like, "What's going on?" She said, "Talking about your sexuality," and I was like, "Oh," I
mm,
was like, "I guess y'all know," but we never talked about it though.
mm.
That's how it was in my household. Like, even though they had an inkling or thought I fucked around, but it was just nothing you discussed. The whole thing of my family was, I remember when my uncles found that I messed around, and my auntie's first thing she said to me, "You better not catch AIDS."
Oh,
And and my uncle said, "I hope you ain't the one to get fucked." And I was like, "No, uncle, I'm a top." But he was like, "All right."
oh, child.
I think they was more. My family was more so on, you better not be a feminine guy. You better not wear girl clothes. You better not act like a chick. You better still act like a man regardless of what's going on. That was promoted heavily in my household.
Well, we got somebody coming up that want to ask you a few questions.
All right.
Hello, Mama D.
Happy New Year's. How y'all doing?
All
Good
right.
to you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Can you just give me 1 minute, SK? I'm going to move to another room. 1 minute, please.
Okay, we don't want
Okay.
you getting we don't want you getting in trouble now. Um, yeah. So, yeah. So they okay. So your family was demanding that. I guess you. I don't know, child. That you not be effeminate. Okay. Mm, that's interesting. Trademark.
Why is that interesting?
Cause they putting demands on who you be.
Well, it's in. Well, I wouldn't say so much as they were putting demands on me, but it's just like, who the fuck want a feminine son? Regardless if you accept him later in life, but who wants a punk son?
Oh, you about to set some people off. Love is love.
I'm just keeping that shit real. Like, I'm a gay dude, but I wouldn't want a gay son. I will accept it if he was gay. But if someone asks me, "Hey, you got your son could be gay or straight," make him straight.
Mm,
Okay, I'm back.
that's an interesting statement, Trademark.
Yeah.
What's up, Mama D?
Hey, how you doing? I never did say thank you for my birthday card you put on the app. It was beautiful.
Oh, you
And
welcome. You welcome.
oh, it was so beautiful. Only one did that for me. Thank you. Thank you.
You welcome. Even that Pizarro you say you love didn't do that for you, but go ahead.
I haven't been over there or peep at people, but I don't really go to any channels anymore. But this has my interest for some reason. This guy up here, Trademarc, not trying to be funny or helpful for anybody,
Mm-hmm.
but SK, I have two serious questions now. Can this guy tell me, or you try to catch some of your live earlier?
Mm-hmm.
What are the charges that's supposed to be coming against
Well,
Anson?
I'm glad that Trademark hit the link because Trademark gave us some insight. So to give you some background, Mama D, Trademark sent some information that between he and Brian, and it was shared with Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson made us believe that there was intimate pictures that was involved in that communication, and
Mhm.
Jay Wilson came out then trying to get people to pay to see that information, so we were misled to believe that there was intimate pictures being disseminated across the internet, which is a crime. Now, Trademark was gracious enough to hit the link, and it stated that the only pictures that were shared with Jay Wilson was of himself. So therefore, technically, there ain't really no crime because they're all of Trademark, not of
Okay,
Brian.
okay, because people rarely go to jail for a pick. You can get charges brought against you, of course, for well, they call it porn. Revenge porn.
Mhm.
But most likely they don't go to jail. They'll have charges brought up against them in some cases. But I thought this was getting real serious when I heard some of your live earlier, but I had to make a run. And I said,
Mhm.
wow, he's back. He's back. And I see the guy up here, Trademarc. How are you, sir? He piqued my interest because I had been watching here and there about Tommy Castro and Brian constantly. And my question was the first one: when was the last time Brian visited the pastor page? I'm trying to find out the timeline. Has it been recently or the last
No,
6 months?
no, he was
It's
on
very
yesterday.
important in the case, you know.
Yeah, yeah, but you got to also understand that Jay Wilson stated the reason why he was sharing this information was because Brian was on Pizarro's page insinuating that Jay Wilson and Binary were having a relationship. So therefore, Jay Wilson sought the need to retaliate by sharing this information. So that's why we would characterizing it as a revenge porn situation. But as I said,
Hmm.
thankfully, thanks to Trademarc, he has advised us to the fact that the only pictures that were in Jay Wilson's possession were those of him and not of Brian.
And the crazy thing about it is, Brian even lied and said that it was pictures of him too. And I'm sitting up there listening to him like, why the fuck is you lying like that? The fuck is wrong with you?
Look, I don't have anything personal against Brian, but here's my suggestions. If you plan on having someone prosecuted for anything or in cases such as, revenge porn, you cannot, and I hope Brian don't get mad with me, you cannot go and visit their page. You cannot tell them they love you. I mean, you cannot tell the person, oh, I love you, even though he's clowning around with Pastor, he cannot say those things. You can't
But
say, oh, I love you, I love
here's the
everybody,
thing.
and and then you appear to be angry, and then you go back again and say, oh, I don't get mad, I don't hate nobody, I love you, I love you. I'm just, those
Brian
kind
ain't
of
going to
things
do
will go
nothing because it's
against
not
you.
true. It's not
They
true.
can go against you if you're trying to really be serious about a case, because the judge is going to want to know if you really fear that person, if you really, really don't like them, why aren't you going over there to visit them?
The reason, hello, hello.
I'm here, Trademarc.
Oh, the reason why he's going to go visit him because it's not true, ma'am. It's not true. If anything, if anyone could say anything about revenge porn, it would be me. Because Brian said that he was going to sell my pictures. Pastor don't have no pictures of me. Pastor don't have no pictures of Brian. He ain't get them from me. But that's why I'm just saying he just talking a bunch of crap. But if anything, he said that he was going to sell my pictures. And to let you
I'm just saying, this is not against Brian, but this is a real good suggestion. You cannot go around people you don't like. You cannot tell them you love them. You can't visit their pages. You can't be in their immediate area if you fear them for anything. So I'm just saying, people say a lot of things about what they're gonna do. Just like Sir King, I cannot go to any lawyer and say I'm scared of Sir King. I don't like the way he talked to me. I'm on the man page, for God's sake. You cannot put charges on people who you go around in the immediate area. You're right in this man's face telling him you love him. Are you serious?
Well, I mean, this, I think this situation that we thought was happening took a new level because there was, like I said, intimate pictures involved. I don't think prior there was anything that came close to that, but we learned the fact that there's been some embellishment on Jay Wilson's side and Brian's side about the
Exactly.
truth.
I'm just
So,
saying, in the near future, if you really, really don't like this man, you cannot go in his face and tell him you love him. You can't go on this page every other day and say, I was just mad at the time and me and you all right. You cannot do that. I mean, that there is a waste of the court's time. You can't do those things. If you're really scared of somebody, you can't go around. Do you go around people that you don't like or you're afraid of? Come on now, that's just common sense.
yeah, but like I said, but it was a
I'm
discrimination.
asking Trademark, would you really go around someone that you fear for any reason?
nope.
But I don't think that's Brian's case. I don't think that was what Brian. I mean, it's different now, but at the time, it was the threat of the intimate communication of being coming out to be made public, and the
Even
dissemination.
with that, what I'm saying, SK, if he had got so angry enough to bring this case to anybody. They're gonna want to know when was the last time you were around this pastor, and when did you last talk with him. All those things are gonna come into question when you go to your attorney.
Yes, but you got to understand that Jay Wilson is taking on a role as a person who tries to be a mentor, a person who tries to guide and help people. So Brian can state the case that he fell under that the emotional direction of him. You know what I mean? And
He
Jay
can,
Wilson.
but I don't. But telling someone you love them, and it just gets it's a gray area right there when you're telling them how much you love them and you're just clowning around with them.
Well, you
You
told
just
me that
gotta
you
watch
love
your
me. You
words.
told me
Is
that you
what I'm
love
trying to
me,
say.
Mama D. You said that you love me. You know.
Yeah, but I don't plan on pursuing any case against you for anything.
I
I
know,
mean,
but I'm still hurt by that. But I'm not gonna inject my
I'm
feelings.
hurt by you too. Well,
How I
was
hurt
but not.
you, girl. How I hurt you, girl.
Well, we
How I
both
hurt
was hurt. I don't want to talk
you.
about
I
us
understand. Well, sometimes we
because
gotta.
no, I love you
Uh,
still, and so you can't. I can't sue you. So I love you, sir.
Girl, why would you see? I'm even hurt now that you would even think about
I
suing me.
love you, so I can't go
Mm,
to any lawyer about you about anything.
I
And
know.
I'm on your page in your face, so that shows you right there. I don't have any grudges against
Mm.
you. So I'm just saying for the near future for anybody, not just me, you can't tell people that you love them and go around them and then try to, even if it is about a picture, they're gonna ask you serious questions.
Yeah, we understand. I understand that.
Look at somebody say, "Lord have mercy."
But I
That
think the
makes
beef
so.
sector, like, I was thinking that, part of the contract of a content creator in the beef sector is that you're willing to hate the person on Tuesday and like them on Wednesday. I thought that was just part of the way things rocked around here. Because to be honest, because if everyone stays mad with each other, no one will have no one to talk to. So
Exactly.
and
Yes.
that's why I say I look at it just like the Young and the Restless. 1 minute Jack and Victor hate each other, the next minute they're allies. The
But they're
next
getting paid good money for that trademark. They're getting
no, I
paid
no,
real
but
good money to hate each other.
I'm not talking about. I'm just only talking about the concept of what's
I
happening.
know what you're saying, but those are actors and movie stars. These are real live people. And I'm gonna tell you one thing.
But I'm
The
just
level of hatred that
they're
they have.
real life people, but they're not playing in real life. This shit ain't real life.
Well, you're saying that it's
I
not
made a
real life.
perfect
Let
I'm a
me ask
perfect
you
example.
this. Let
Go
me
ahead.
ask you this. You're saying it's not real life. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
This man just sit here and told me, Mama D, I'm still hurt. Do you think he's clowning around or you think that he's speaking
I
from
don't
his
even know
heart?
what y'all talking about, so I
You
can't even.
don't know, so you can't say that it's not real life. This man is
But I'm
telling
no,
me
so I can't speak on that. But I'm only talking
exactly. I'm
from my.
telling you
I'm
that
talking
some
from
things
my
are real.
experience.
Some things
This,
are real trademark.
I mean,
I know it seems like a joke. You're saying it's not real life,
I
but
don't think I'm
actually,
not saying, ma'am. I'm not saying that it's a joke or nothing like. I'm not saying that it's a joke, but I just it's okay that if we don't agree with each other. Like I'm not trying to push the thing on you that this not real life, and you don't have to push it on me that this is real life or what's going on is just the way
no, I'm not pushing.
things.
I'm just trying to get a point across trademark where there are feelings involved in certain,
Oh, okay.
people's heart and minds. Not everybody, but a lot of people do carry their hearts on here, and you can get disappointed. I don't know you, but I don't know have anything against you either. I was just speaking about, you actually do have feelings. I mean, but the level of hate that I've seen, I mean, somebody just said in the chat, "Oh Lord, have mercy." Nah, they don't even know how I feel about Sir King, but they want to, I'm just saying the level of animosity that people hold against you, the grudges that they have. One of them had the nerve to say they make up stuff. Yes, they make up things on you. You made up something on me. Telling about Jay Wilson kicked me out of a chat. No, he did not kick me out of nowhere. Sir King can tell you he didn't kick me out of nowhere. I
Do
walked
you
away from
care?
Jay Wilson.
Do you care?
Yeah, I didn't walk. I didn't. get kicked out of Jay Wilson. I stepped away because it was the same content with Brian Castro and Tommy, and I didn't want to visit it, every day over and over again. But that was my choice. I didn't walk away from him, but the content, he said, if you don't like his content, don't hit his link. So I
Right?
only did, yeah, I only did what he said to do.
Did you watch the stories, the soap operas?
I really don't have time anymore, but you
Or
can
are you familiar with it though?
give me some kind
Like
of.
it's almost like watching the stories. Like I love anything that have to do with Victor and Jack. But as soon as they show Lauren ass, I don't want to see it. I walk out the room or I start doing something else until what I want to see comes on. And like that's how I look at it here. This is all like a soap opera. And everybody got different storylines and things. And even like when I went over there and told that shit about Brian and all that type of shit, I felt like I was feeding the streets.
Well, you probably are feeding the streets is
Right, so that's
information that they, you know what I mean? Trademark is something that they'll enjoy hearing. Certain people will enjoy listening to.
I
And
mean, but I ain't gonna lie, I would never put this shit out there if they start picking with me and shit.
no, you don't want to push things that are can turn into something really, really serious if you can help it. I know
Yeah,
I
well, I
don't,
knew
you
that.
know.
I knew only thing I knew was going to happen out there, and I already said now. Brian is going to be mad with Jay Wilson for a long time over this. He's not really mad with me. As long as I shut up about it, he ain't gonna say shit about it. But he still because he still go over there to Jay Wilson, and Jay Wilson just gonna mention it, and then he get himself all irate about that shit again. I
Can I
thought he was
ask you? Can I ask you something though? When
for
is
me.
the next time? And maybe I know you're not a fortune teller. When is the next time you think that you'll see Brian over by Jay Wilson's platform? I mean, in the chat or on the panel?
Every
Just an
day,
estimated guess.
tomorrow.
You see what I'm saying?
But the reason why, and I hear what you saying, but because he's coming over there tomorrow, because of my logical thinking is saying that's how I know that he's not going to do anything that he said that he's going to do. He ain't that goddamn goofy. He ain't going to do none of that shit. He ain't got no motherfucking like case and all this shit. He talking about he calling people jobs and calling people schools, and because he butthurt right now. He butthurt like a motherfucker.
So am I to understand that it was about a picture that's supposed to have been shown
But it
of a
wasn't.
king?
Well, I don't know that much, but only thing that I can say is that I heard him talk about that he feel violated because Jay Wilson supposedly, allegedly, I'll say, showed people the emails and all that. But like I said, I already told the people about the emails. I sat there and I read them. I didn't actually physically show them. I just posted it on my wall and then I came into the chat and I read it. And he didn't seem violated then. I don't even understand why I mean, maybe he feel violated because y'all see that he offered me money and y'all can see that he was thirsting over my picture. That's maybe he's embarrassed about that. And he even said, and one thing he even said to me was, I feel real weird for saying all this to you. And that's why I kept on saying, damn, we got some insecurity, something going on with this motherfucking shit. So when he said all that type of shit, that's what he's more embarrassed about. But if you don't talk about that shit, he ain't gonna think about it. But like, Jay Wilson ain't gonna let that shit die for a minute. He gonna be on his neck for a minute. And because Brian feed into everything that he would say, he got him. He
Well,
got him.
and Sir King can tell you, I know that there's been a lot of talk and, crap about what people gonna do to each other and different things. But the reason why I really hit the link because you were here and this is the most serious I've ever heard anyone speak to the tone of seeking, some type of legal action. And that's why I was concerned about how far has this gone and just
I think
kind of
so.
throwing out a little
I
advice
really
out
think
there
it's
like.
so far it's just gone out of his mouth because he did all right. He went from saying, I'm going to take legal action. Now he's saying, I'm going to take legal action, but I'm going to call your job on Monday and I'm going to call the colleges on you on Monday. So how does that play together? How do you take legal action and then go do some shit like this? Common sense says it must not gonna happen. Judge Judy always said if it don't make sense, it ain't true. And see,
When I peeped
that's
over,
how I logically look at things. That's just the way I do things, keeping the focus on myself.
I peeped over at the spaceship. I saw a little, maybe 5 minutes of what was going on, and then I kind of like was trying to put everything together because they switched the subject as Brian was getting into what how angry he really was. They switched the subject. Somebody in the doggone chat wrote something about lemon. I said, you know what? This is not gonna go back to Brian. Probably once they get on lemon, it's a long going experience, and I just wasn't there for that. I wanted to hear more from Brian, and the last I think I heard from Brian, but I'm gonna do something, but
Did you hear
you
the
just
video
can't
when he
mix
said he
everything
want to
all
call
up.
my job on Monday?
I don't know, but something that he promised Jay Wilson. And once they got off that subject about lemon, I was like, oh hell, I ain't gonna be able to find out, what happened.
So you say your name is Mama D?
Yeah, I'm just glad I caught you up here to try to get some type of clarity on what really happened because like I said, people say about what all they're gonna do, but this is the most I've seen where they're threatened to have legal action taken and I
Talk
was
that.
trying to get
They talk that in all. Don't they talk that all the time? I always hear people say, "I want to put papers on you."
not with Jay Wilson and Brian. I
Oh, okay.
have
Got you.
yeah.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna put no papers on him because he can't.
Well, for the near future, you can't tell people you love them, and you can't go hanging around them every day almost if you really, really want to pursue something against them. It's just not logical.
Maybe his love is so strong that he can't stay away.
Well, that's what his attorney will ask him. If you really, really had think this guy was going to hurt you, why did you, stay around him so long? And
It's just like married couples, like when they getting divorced, but they just can't stay away because the sex so good, and they just keep having sex. But she'll walk out the door and say, "I still hate you, bitch."
well, here's another question going in the direction of Pastor. Pastor made a statement, and I don't want to, maybe I won't get all the words right, but I'm going to try to clarify it as much as I can. Something concerning binary and he in a relationship that he was accused of having. And in actuality, he can really get him an attorney and say someone accused him of having a false relationship and he got angry and he was, defending himself. It's just a great area. Like you got one person saying, "I'm gonna get you back," and just about a week or so ago, you told them how much you love them, and then you have this person where you've accused them of having a relationship with someone that they probably never had a relationship with. It's just everything is up in the air as to how legal can this really get, and the real answer is that a waste of money. Okay.
Well, I don't think it's gonna get legal at all because Trademark came up and clarified the fact that none of those communications involved any intimate photos of Brian.
Exactly, SK. And I'm
So,
glad I caught the young man to find out what in the world really did happen for it to get that serious.
mhm. So there's no case. Case dismissed.
But you said that he said something about the dude, him and Binary. I thought Binary lived in another country.
Well, I
No,
don't know who he is, but I know he was explaining this
that's the
morning when I was
motive.
on my way to work
Yes.
something about someone accused him of being in
So
a relationship with the
right.
guy,
So
and I'm like, what?
That's the motivation behind the whole situation.
Oh, so
That's the
that was
motive.
hold up, hold check. So that was the motivation behind why Jay Wilson
Yes.
he was going to show the emails.
Correct. Yes.
Oh,
To get
because I already say Jay Wilson had the emails like for 2 weeks.
yeah. So that's the motivation to get back at Brian for saying that about binary. But it also
Oh,
puts binary in a side out position because why is this man defending you so hard?
And
Binary.
Sir King, don't forget the money part.
Yeah.
It was something brought up about $100 or some money that's supposed to,
Yeah.
unless you don't give me, something financially.
Well, binary contributed to Jay Wilson. So that's
No, it's something about a charge for reading the emails. In other words, something
right.
about Pastor wants money or
Right. So
something.
Pastor was mad that nobody was contributing to him about to spill this tea. Then he bullied the people. I feel bullied because he was getting very agitated, and he made money off of that situation. Said y'all pay for ESPN Plus, y'all pay for Hulu, y'all pay for all these bundles, and you all ain't gonna get this free and da 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 da. And people eventually gave to hear what was in those emails, and then if you sent him money directly with your email or something, then he sent it the what I guess forwarded what Trademarc has sent him to others. So yes, for a fee. So
Yeah.
now, and you know why I can't believe that is because someone said to me, remember I was telling you about the picture where it's only half of me? Someone said, I want
mhm,
to see that picture in its entirety. And I was like, wow, somebody must have seen it because it's a half a picture.
right, no.
Yeah, like I
But
said,
you didn't send him the full picture though. You said you sent him only half or whatever.
No, that's what I said. They were screenshots of emails. And you know how if I send you an email and I say if I add a picture to it, the whole picture wasn't showing, it was just the top of it. You would have to click on it to see the picture,
Hmm.
but he can't click on it because it's a screenshot.
Right,
Yeah.
got you.
So he just see what's there. And if someone was to see it, that's why I said someone must have seen it because someone said to me they want to see that picture in entirety.
Child, I don't know.
so we have established the fact that there is no case. And more than likely, we may see Brian or not back over by Pastor. Blah, 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 blah. But in the near future, if you really, really wanted something against anybody, you cannot hang around them and you can't tell them how much you love them. Just a word of advice. They may or may not take it. I don't know. Like SK say, he looks up to the guy for advice. He looks up to him as a mentor. Even with legal actions are just gray in that area when you are underneath someone so often and scream murder. I mean, it's just I don't know,
Well, I
strange.
mean, I think the court could also look at it if Brian see him as a major support system. You just can't immediately disconnect from your support system, and that's why he continues to go over there. So that factor definitely has to be considered in the eyes of the court. So
Yeah, it's true. I mean, as I was telling Trademark, I know it seems like it's not real and make believe out here, but it's real, sweetie. I mean, these people have real emotions involved into different people on here. It depends on who they are,
right,
and they spend a lot of time and
What
feelings
was
towards certain people.
what I was meaning, like saying, like say if things on here happen, like how Brian was telling everybody how I masturbated and I ejaculated on the floor.
oh Lord.
And he's telling everybody that shit.
But ain't that true though?
I didn't mean to
Uh
laugh, but the way you
no,
said, I mean, you.
I ain't gonna lie, I lost my train of thought and shit. Yeah, it is true.
Right, and you video. I mean, you did that during a live.
No, it wasn't live.
No, during a live communication session with him for he to witness that, right?
No, I made a video that I
Okay.
had in my archives. I have plenty of videos.
Oh Lord.
Actually, to be totally honest,
Hmm.
when he started all this shit, and I went back to actual emails, and I was like, wow, he got some of my real good videos, like my old school videos, where though they was some good shit, and I was happy to get them back because I took them back.
Wait,
So
how many years you've known Brian?
I remember when Brian first came around here. Like I've been,
Wow.
I know this happened at least 5 years ago, but I've been around.
Oh,
I've been around here since the conception.
oh
But
my
like
God. So you've been knowing Brian.
this, all
Yes.
this shit, like
Mhm.
all this shit happened 5 years ago, and it's not so much of wow, this happened a long time ago, but this still is like new news to you. And like I said, I was really wondering why the fuck would you bring this up when I can make you look so thirsty? That's how I know motherfuckers like crazy, or some people don't think about what they do. They just do this shit. And when he did it, and I was reading the emails, and I was saying to myself, like, why the fuck would he say this when I can prove him wrong? I mean, he was just lying and lying and lying. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga?
So you just connected back with him about what, a year ago?
No, I've never went anywhere. We just like I never went anywhere. I still was subscribed to him, and I still was seeing what he was doing, but I wasn't like talking to I wasn't really talking to no one. You see me in the chat,
I saw your videos of you dancing and singing, but I've never seen it, any videos of you actually talking to anyone, but I
but
was
I don't.
laughing at
That's what
you.
I'm saying. I'm not. Put it like this: I would never do. That's not what I do. I don't argue and fuss and all that type stuff.
Yeah,
That's
I saw your name come up in that chat. I said, Trademarc, let me go and see who that is. And then I saw you dancing, and that's all I thought you were about, dancing and singing. I had
right.
no idea that you knew anyone personally,
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I know like everybody. Like I know. Yeah, I pretty much know everybody. I'm subscribed to like everyone mostly. I'm subscribed to everyone.
Yeah.
Like I seen you before.
Yeah, well, I had quit going over that way, but you probably seen me around, a few little places.
Yeah, I seen you. You Mama D.
Yeah. I used to be over here a long time ago.
Yes, and
Not a
then
long time ago, but a little while ago.
oh, okay. So how was your holidays? They were good.
My holiday was interesting. A lot of people had to try to get out of the slammer for the holidays, and it makes me angry because these young men take their mom's money for the children they have for Christmas. A lot of people don't believe in Christmas, but I get upset when they take the mom's money out of their pockets to try to get them out the slammer, and the kids are left with nothing because they don't have any extra money to buy any gifts or anything. Trying to get these fools out of the slammer, and it upsets me greatly when they do that to their moms. And it's just one of those things. Some were still stuck there until after New Year's. Um, Sometimes if you go to the slam, I'm using the word slammer because you know what I mean. Sometimes if you go to the slammer before the holidays, a lot of times you just can't get out until after New Year's. Some people just don't have the funds. You have to save up because look, you spent all your money. I'm just giving an example. You spent all your money, say the week of Christmas, buying gifts and toys and things. And say like your son go to the slammer maybe 3 days, 4 days before Christmas, even 7 days before Christmas. Where you gonna get the money to get him out? You just spent all your money trying to make the family happy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Hey, Sir King. Sir King.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were asleep.
No.
No, so like you know how the lady Trish said she gonna have the little awards.
Oh Lord.
Like, say, what if you win one? So who will pick your award up for you?
You you could go in my honor. you
You can go in
can
my
go,
honor too.
you can go in my honor.
Mm-mm-mm.
No.
Honey, we not. And where is it gonna be? In New York?
Venezuela. Venezuela. Mm-hmm. Gonna be
Wait a
in
minute. In Venezuela? Do you know what's going
We know that thing changed.
They can't stop.
It was in Belize, now New York. Now it's gonna be in Venezuela. So yeah,
Lord have mercy, Jesus, the girl gonna get everybody on the line.
yes, that's her whole plan. So she's been on YouTube. So yeah, I don't know, child.
Oh well, I'm quite
So,
sure you're getting
you're a kid.
sleepy.
I notice like every Christmas I hear you ask like for a PlayStation or something. Do you ever be getting it?
Yeah, I got it. I didn't get a
Oh,
PlayStation this year because I need one. I got one last year. All I asked for was a couple of a game, and I got the game. So yeah.
when I first came onto YouTube,
Hmm.
people used to buy me things like for my kitchen.
Hmm.
I thought that was like cool. I remember I had to get a PO box.
Yeah, I don't do
You
that.
can still put cash apps up just because
I don't
you
have
used to do it doesn't mean that you have to stop. You can put it back up again. You never know who want to give you something.
Yeah, but the thing is, y'all understand? They be coming, ooh, you begging. Stop begging. What grown man and asking a lady for money? You get out there, it's so much
it's
Honey,
bullshit.
I
it,
would not even worry about when people say the word begging. Have you seen what's going on out there? I mean, not just over this way, all over social media, people are asking for money.
Mm,
That would be the last thing I would be worrying about. What people saying about me is asking for money.
the
I
beef
mean, you
sector
can't,
is very
even the millionaires are asking for money. Are you serious?
yeah, that's true. They do be asking for money. It's just yeah. You're right. You're
the beef
right.
is the beef sector is very giving. I was telling the guy 7-Eleven who begs for money every day, and I was like, yo, if you clean yourself up and go get a government phone to get a YouTube page, I can tell you how to like get into the beef sector. You can like beg for money and shit, and they give it to you.
Yeah, but is the guy mentally capacitated? I mean, does he have all of his scruples?
They don't.
Sometimes you see people on the sidewalk begging, they really are mentally ill.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mentally ill people on here.
Yeah, but they do have sense enough to make a page. They have sense enough to make a page and know how to put a Cash App sign up. Maybe he's not capable of doing nothing but writing on a cardboard box. I mean,
Yeah.
he may not
Have
even know
people
how
have
to
hit
make
me
a
up
page
on.
to ask for money.
I remember when I first started talking about the whole Brian thing, people came to me on Instagram, like 3 people like asked me like, "What's my Cash App? We want to give you something." I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "I don't have Cash App," And I was like, "But that's nice of you."
That's what I'm saying. You never know if somebody want to give you something.
But I
A lot of people have something against folks, but then there are a lot of people that like you. So you
but
never know what's in store
it's
for you.
like it's the way I am, as far as like things of that nature. Like it's cool that they want to offer it to me, but like I work hard every day, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? But I'm glad to know that. Hey, goddamn, if I did have a Cash App, I could like get this shit. But like, I don't need it.
Mm.
I ain't saying that I'm rich at all, by far. But it's
Well,
like
you don't have to ask it. You can just put it on your page and you can check it every now and then. Maybe somebody drops something in there. It's not that you're begging or asking. Just put it on your page and you never know. Somebody might have a little windfall and say, you know what? I like Trademarc. Let me send him something so he could go out to dinner tonight. You never know.
well, I'm a type of dude. I Zell. I want shit to go into my bank account. I think I got Venmo and shit, but I don't even know how to like tell my fuck.
My little cousin asked me, "Oh, Mama D, do you have what is that thing you call Venmo, Zelle? No, I need you to make them those things for me so you can start sending me money." I said, "Are you crazy? You don't have Cash App?" No, I don't want that. I said, "Well, I don't want yours."
Mhm.
They want me to make other them things up so I could send her some money. She likes to gamble now,
Oh
and I'm
Lord.
like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
You too old not to have Venmo. I said, you too young not to have Cash App.
Hmm. Yeah.
I
Cash
didn't
App.
even know what the heck that was. I ain't gonna lie to you. They were explaining to me, Mama D, it's another form of getting money, of
I
sending
appreciate
money or
Venmo.
receipt. I didn't
Venmo is
even
like
know what
that.
the heck the girl was talking about. The reason why you don't send me money because I don't have Cash App. I said, why don't you have Cash App? Why don't you have Venmo? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have it though.
Yeah, but yeah. Zell, you got it. You know that can be personal identifying. Yeah.
Well,
But
they're all hooked up to the
you
banks, right?
can Zell, you can give someone your email, then they can Zell you.
But aren't they both hooked up to the banks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
she has a
oh, it's
birthday coming up.
just not as popular. But
She has a birthday coming up, and I mean, I could send her something in the mail, but I don't. I'm not gonna make an account to give her a birthday present. No, that's
when a
crazy.
birthday.
The 17th of January.
Mm.
Oh damn, that's soon.
And she's saying, you can make a Venmo account and send me some money. I said, you could do a Cash App and get some money. So we'll see when the time comes around. I mean, my
Now
son
do
said,
y'all be
Mama,
having
she's not
do
going to
y'all
get
have
it because my
do y'all
son was
be
saying
having
the only reason why she may not have Cash App, sometimes people have cash. Now, I didn't know this. They were telling me, Sir King, that people have Cash Apps that actually owe Cash App
Mm-hmm.
and they got rid of the accounts because they didn't want to activate it again or try to receive the money because they won't be able to. I didn't even know that. And my
Yeah,
son
but
was explaining to me the reason why she probably don't want Cash App is probably because she used to have Cash App. And then they mess up and they want you to go to their services like Venmo or what he says, Zelle.
it could be for a multitude of reasons. So, what were you saying, Trademark?
Yeah. She better let me know ahead of time. That way
mm,
I'll know whether to send her something in the mail. Well, the mail is getting scary too now.
They about to delay that.
for a second I thought that I was you could see me.
No, I can't see you. So,
No, because I just made a face and I was like, oh damn.
no, I can't see you.
You made a face, but you got your black tape on the phone, don't you?
No.
Mm,
Like I wouldn't care if you see me, but even if like the camera was to come on, you could like I'm in the dark.
mm.
Oh yeah, we won't be able to see you.
Yeah, I
But
was
yeah, but yeah, I feel like there's no such thing as begging anymore. What I've seen out there in the streets and millionaires asking for donations, I don't think there's no such
How
thing.
the hell is a millionaire asking for a donation unless they expenses are tremendously high?
can I
Yeah, and
can
they,
I
and they still ask for money like anybody else.
Yeah, okay.
can I assume that because of the time everybody's in bed?
No, I'm not in bed. Mm-mm.
No,
Okay.
I had to come in the room and sit up
Oh,
to
okay.
talk to you guys. I was in the bed because like I said, I caught Sir King's live earlier, but I only caught a part of it. And then when I saw the title saying this could be worse, I said, wait a minute, let me get on up from here and see what in the world what in the world has transpired in the last few hours. I want to know.
Well, yeah. So I mean, I'm kind of, yeah. So yeah, there were no intimate photos of Brian, passed around. So yeah.
Like I'm sure
Okay, so everything is settled now. So that's a
they'll
good
be
thing.
talking about it tomorrow or today or later on today.
But I mean, but this also brings to extreme or to attention the fact that Jay Wilson's in desperate financial straits. Because if you watched his videos, he was very perturbed that people were not giving. He was comparing himself to ESPN and all this other stuff, pay packages that people have. And I'm like, Jay Wilson, you're nowhere close to that kind of level of
Well,
content.
it was a few people that was really teed off about it. I know that they were
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
you cheeky. We don't have to give you. I mean, they were sounding off.
Yeah, because they just gave he just took $1,000 off of that. Did you just not forget that people gave to your banner contest? And now you back trying to extort the people again? It's just like, wait a minute, what's going on here, bro? And somebody said the bills are due. The bills are due. So, mm, I don't know. You know,
You know, and
That
I'm
shit
not
is
talking
so
about him.
that shit
I'm
is
not
so
talking about
cool.
him in
You get
particular, but
motherfucker
I
get
watch people
like
timelines And there's a certain time, you notice, Sir King, I don't know if you notice or not, there's a certain time of the month you can almost pinpoint when some of these people come on that start asking for money. They'll die down for a while. And they'll say, no, just thumbs up my live. That's good enough. You don't have to worry about sending me any money. I know I'm not begging. I just need you to thumbs up my live if you can't give. And then there is a period of time where they'll come on almost demanding, that you give. But you have to know who they are to know what I'm saying.
Mm.
But when they do this though, right?
Mhm.
80% of the time they get it, and when they get it, I just be like saying in my mind, like, y'all better fucking work that shit out, because like most all the people who ask for money gets it.
They
Yeah,
get.
it's always someone that like you enough to send you money. That's what I was telling you. It doesn't matter whether, who don't like you. What about the people who do like you? So, I mean, if I was a content creator, let me just say this. If I was a content creator, there's no way in the world you wouldn't see a cash sign. See that word Mama D? You'll see a cash sign in front of my name a lot of times if I was a content creator coming on here. Because it is a business. And I do believe that if you spend hours and times with people, I think that, yeah, if you have a few dollars to throw their way to let them know, hey, I appreciate you, I think that's commendable. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, but the thing is with Jay Wilson, that there were some people who did give. But he said y'all didn't give enough, and I ain't until I get what I want. Then they ain't. I'm not gonna get the tip from. And I'm
He
like,
said, y'all didn't give enough.
yeah, he did. So I'm like, you gonna take those people money who gave and not give the
Oh,
information?
my God.
Yeah. And he was mad. Y'all pay 100 for ESPN and Hulu and all these bundles and cable, and y'all ain't gonna give me this for this tea.
That's
I'm
why
the
that girl tickled
turnpike.
me talking
I'm the
about
turnpike.
I
I'm the
got kicked out of Jay Wilson. I said, when? Are you out of your damn rabbit ass mind? I ain't got kicked out from over there. I peeps over there when I get ready. Shit. I wasn't a signature over there like I was here.
well. He was enjoying your company. I think he misses it. Uh,
I'm enjoying myself. I mean, I'm doing my exercising now. I'm in with my personal trainer and doing certain things because at my age I definitely don't want. I was looking at something maybe silly this morning. I was watching Miss Regina get her toes painted at the nail shop.
what?
I said, yeah, I mean, I just happened to, she's in my, what they call it, algorithm. And when I clicked the button, it was Regina sitting in a doggone chair getting her toes polished.
Uh,
Hey,
And I was
hey,
like, look at this woman in her 70s, how beautiful her feet is. I mean, I look at different people. It doesn't mean that I frequent your channels, but I mean, she just, as soon as I click on the button, there was a lady sitting in the chair, and then I read at the bottom and said, Miss Regina Show. I said, how in the hell I get to somebody getting their toes polished? I'm just saying, it just things just pop up.
yeah, I know. I be zooming through the verticals, and there go Ness right up there. Them, them lumberjack thighs.
And I knew you'd be about to fall out, huh?
I told her she need to zoom out, but I don't think they can.
hey, Sir
Yeah,
K,
yeah.
like the picture that I'm looking at of myself,
Hmm.
how can I make it the picture that's like when I'm in the chat? Like the pictures are different.
Oh, you have to go to you have to go to YouTube where it's whatever I don't know whatever your account thing is. Like you'll have a for trademark or whatever you just say your name is for trademark. So it'll be a T. You click on the T, and then it'll ask you to change your if you want to update your image.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You gotta take a picture, Trey. Doesn't he have to take a picture, Sir
No,
King, the way he
he
wanna look?
no
I have
he has
pictures
that picture. Yeah.
Oh, he has a picture that he wants.
Yeah.
because
Oh,
I
yeah.
noticed when I'm in the chat, the picture is different from this one.
Right.
Yeah, you want your profile picture to look different in the chat.
Well, y'all, I gotta get going. Is there anything else y'all want to close out the broadcast?
No, thank you. It was interesting, and I'm glad I was able to, clarify everything. I'm glad it's not that serious.
Hmm.
And Happy New Year's to everybody that I didn't see, speak to, or whatever have you. And Mama D been a little busy working on my keeping my health together because
Hmm.
I mean I'm up age now, so I want to try to keep my knees strong and my legs strong where I won't end up in a wheelchair or anything. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm basically working on, staying healthy.
yeah,
And that
health,
was my
health is wealth.
2026.
Hmm. Yeah, health is
Yeah,
wealth.
it was my 2026. One of my resolution is to get more healthy,
Hmm.
stay healthy, or whatever have you for my age. So I'm glad to speak to you all, Trademarc. I need you to take it light, man. Look, don't find yourself in a situation, that you can't, it'll get too difficult for you up here, out there on those streets. I mean, you seem like a friendly guy. You like to dance and sing or whatever have you. Things look like they're getting too serious. You might want to start back singing and dancing. Don't get too serious out there.
Oh, no disrespect, but I got this.
Okay, sweetheart.
All right. Good day.
Thank you, Sir King, for having me. I know you have me blocked on your cash app, so I can't sing any money.
No, I unblocked you, girl. I unblocked you months ago when you came
Oh, you
back
did?
before.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't
sure
know.
did.
I know
Yeah.
it's some women that don't want me to sing you no money, so I didn't sing any.
Well, I tell them that don't worry about that. They need to worry about themselves and their pockets. Okay.
You tell them to leave me alone?
Right. I told them. Off limits.
All right, y'all. Happy New Year, sweetheart. Thanks for
Um,
having me. And like I said, I'm glad it didn't get that serious, Brian. You gotta have fun out here and quit being so serious if you're not gonna be serious, okay? Maybe he'll hear the message. I'm not sure. But you can't tell people you love them and they want to sue them. That's all. I'm out. Thank you, everybody.
it's fine. Take care, Mama D. But don't that happen all the time? Don't that happen with the celebrities? The women tell they love them and they want to sue them. But yeah. So
Oh, all right.
okay.
You have a good rest of your day.
You too. Thank you for hitting the link and giving us some understanding of the reality of the situation. I appreciate that, Trademark. Thank you.
All right. Be good.
All right, you too.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, thank you to Mama D and thank you to Trademark for hitting the link. Appreciate that. We've been live for 2 hours and 56 minutes. Child, seem like the old Avatar Nation days, don't it? But anyway, I did have to do a follow up because I did promise a follow up, so I did have to give a follow up because that situation. I'm like, oh, child, Jay Wilson's about to get to the pen. But Trademark came up and said that that's not the case. He did. There was no intimate photo shared of Brian. So I guess all well is good, but Jay Wilson, I think, is in dire financial straits because he used this to get money out of the people, which is kind of sad. And I think you sometimes got to be careful how often you have your hand out because then people will be less inclined to give. So, yeah. But with that being said, I'm about to get up out of here. We go like I said, we're gonna end this broadcast on the Brian song, and then I'm about to be up out of here. So y'all have a great day, and maybe the change y'all want to see in the world, and I'll talk to y'all soon.
Brian, Brian, Brian. There is a man by the name of Brian that roams the internet streets like a cage lion. He has a beard that makes him look weird. He has silver on his teeth that makes him a thief. He talks to himself in 7 different ways because he thinks Jehovah is mad that he's gay. Brian, 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 Brian. He has people throwing bricks because he is sometimes a prick. He has this man named Mississippi who seems to always get him in a tizzy. He likes this man named Honest Row, who he's trying to turn into a hoe. He once told people he would go to Seattle, but never even showed. He asked for their money only to tell them later that they were lonely and to kiss his big burly ass, big burly ass. Yep. the dudes to review. He may show his meat to weave and greet. Dare not put him on D&D because he may get M.A.D. 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 Silverback lion, be sure to stay away because he may start crying. Briiine. There is a man by the name of Briiine that roams the internet streets like a cage lion. He has silver on his teeth that makes him a thief. Sometimes he goes by LaDonna because he wants to be Madonna. He has ways of a queen that he wants to remain unseen. That's why he can be so mean. Briiine. Stop all that damn crying. Briiine. Stop all that damn crying.
All right, and also, since we talk about Briiine, we gotta talk about the dirty little pastor. So, hold on 1 second. Please make sure y'all throw us at the live. If you want to, feel free to send a gesture to dollar sign Circle Crowd. Thank you, Mama D, for your generosity. I can't wait to see what the generosity be. Where that song at? The dirty little pastor. Do I still have it, child? I may have got rid of it. Yeah, I think I didn't. Child, I took that song down. I took the song down, but we gonna end on a positive note. Do you love me? Do you love me? All right. Do you love me, child? I guess we gotta stop saying love on here. But do you love me? Or should I play Fly? Let's see, Fly. Yeah, I think we're gonna end on Fly, y'all. We're gonna end on Fly. That'll be a good exit song. All right. I will see y'all soon. All right. Bye, y'all.
As I look at the sky, I wanna fly, 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 fly to a brighter day where people are not rude and are kind to those who are new. Fly. I want to fly to a place where I can relate and contemplate those that are great. Run me up the negativity and the suppression of economic inequality. Equality seems to be a fallacy in the world I see. To the honey. No more God it seems if money is your guiding. But what is the value of the soul when you are told it is worth more than you and gold? Fly, fly. Can't wait to fly. Hey, way to a place where kindness and kindness abound. Where it is a sin to have a frown or call someone a clown. Until then I pray and pray. As I look at the sky, I wanna fly, 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 fly away to a brighter day where people are not rude and are kind to those who are new. Fly, fly, fly away. I wanna fly to a place where I can relate and don't contain thoughts that are great. Rid me of the negativity and the suppression of economic inequality. Quality seems to be a fallacy in the world I see. Fly, fly. From what I see, money get you to the honey. No more God it seems if money is your God. But what is the value of the soul when you are told it is worth more than you and gold? Fly, fly. Can't wait to fly all the way to a place where kindness and confidence are bound. Where it is a sin to have a frown or call someone a clown. Until then I pray and pray and pray that this dream becomes a reality. Fly, fly away, 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 fly away,
All right, I'm gonna be real petty real quick. All right, I'm gonna play my petty track. Okay.
Mama, yo mama, yo mama, yo mama don't like you, Drew. She want you gone like that thong you wear all day long. You be lying and lying to the point you have her denying. Yo mama, yo mama, yo mama, yo mama don't like you, Drew. Your mama told you get out because you didn't take the dog out. She said it's enough for you pretending to act tough. She tired and tired of you being the drunk, smelling like a skunk. You crashing her cars like you driving to Mars. Got her insurance going up and up like you up to apply to 9 to 5. Well, we know that's a damn lie. Yo mama, yo mama, yo mama, yo mama don't like you, Drew. She want you gone like that thong you wear all day long. You be lying and lying to the point you have her denying. Yo mama, yo mama, yo mama, yo mama don't like you, Drew. Yo mama don't like you, Drew.
All right, detached. We're gonna end on honey bun since that was your request. Let me see which one I want to play. All right, I'm gonna play the other version, the original version. Okay, detached. What's up, dropping the T? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right, this is the song I want to play, Honey Bun, and I'm gonna get up out of here. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great day.
do you love me? Do you, do you, do you, do you? Do you love me? Do you, do you, do you, do you? Yeah. Oh, love me. Hey. I buy you honey buns and rum, and you never give me none. I say you look pretty and all you tell me either I am so silly. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? When I mention a baby, you look at me crazy. I didn't remember we can never have a baby if you keep being lazy. You want Prada and Gucci to look like a hoochie. I say let's save so we can have a brighter day. You then threaten me that you're gonna get with your manager Dave on. Girl, you know how to fill me with rain. Do you love me? Do you love me? Yeah. Where do you go from here? It seems like you have no fear that I may disappear. You know what I am done. And give me my damn money back. You know, do you love me? Do you love me? Do you, do you, do you, do you, do you? Do you done. I say you look pretty and all you tell me I am so silly. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? When I mention a baby, you look at me crazy. I didn't remember we can never have a baby if you keep being lazy. Yeah, you want Prada and Gucci to look like a hoochie. I say let's save so we can have a brighter day. Yeah. You didn't threaten me that you're gonna get with your man at your Dave on. Girl, you know how to fill me with rage. Yeah. Do you love me? Do you love me? Yeah. Where do you go from here? Yeah. It seems like you have no fear that I may disappear. Yeah. You know what I am done. And give me my damn honey bun. No, 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 give me money bun. Give me money bun. My honey bun. My honey bun. My honey bun. Because you ain't giving me none.
All right, y'all. So if y'all like that music, y'all can go over to my music channel. So yes, I do have a music channel. That's the next venture that I'm venturing in. Is this whole music endeavor. So if you do like the music that has been played towards the at the end of the broadcast, y'all can go over there. I do have some of those singles over there. We got DVDs. One of DVD's favorite songs, Nudes. I got a song about nudes. Yes, I have a song about nudes. Yes, nudes. We gotta talk about nudes. So go over there. We got a plethora of songs over there. Honey Bun is over there. So if y'all like Honey Bun, the last song that we played was Honey Bun. Um, so go over there, subscribe to my new music channel. The Tats has put it there in the chat. For y'all, all you gotta do is hit that link and it'll come up and you can subscribe and you can play it as much as y'all want over there. Okay, you can bump it in your car, all that. So that is my musical creations that y'all can enjoy over there on my other channel. All I ask is that y'all subscribe so y'all can stay abreast on some other hits. So I gotta, I haven't uploaded some things, so stay tuned for those things to come. All right, thank you, Mama D, for your gesture. I appreciate you. Thank you also to Taps for your gesture. I appreciate you. Y'all have a great day and be the change y'all want to see in the world. And I will see y'all soon. Bye, y'all. See y'all later.